But you gotta go through something to get to something, you know? Whatever that something is, yeah, we back locked in, let's go. Got it out the mud with the cards that was dealt. Cause I fear wasted life more than I fear death, yeah. That's why I never worry about a flight plan. Cause when you up, you never ask when the flight land. Southside of Shy still alive, so I beat the odds. Tempted by the devil, but made my peace with God. We beat that odd. The nights was cold, it was sheet to scar. That sleep was hard. Depression had me locked, could see them bars. Fake the prayer, help me see them all. Couple guys I had to take off on them. Shit's different when they trying to pull a take off on you. Set the table for niggas and set my plate aside. So when you see me feeling mass, know that it's justified. When niggas get the buck and I get the pesticide. Jungle full of gorillas, who let the pest inside? No object formed against me shall be weaponized. That's why the guys pull up like an exercise and press the bitch when they woofing from the sidelines. Yeah.
Long day now.
Yeah.
Trying to find a way out.
Trying to find my way out.
Life is such a precious thing.
So precious.
Hoping that she stay there.
You know what though?
Yeah. And we find, and we find, and we find,
We find a way.
the way. And we find, and we find, and we find, and we find
the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do find a way. Microsoft found a way. Xbox found a way. We don't know about these other people who couldn't find a way when it came to factions. What's good, people? If you in the chat, hit the like button, share this out. We about to have a pop-up show for the ages because things we've been saying since a lot of things have transpired has finally came to fruition. Now, look, I don't wish no negative energy on nobody. We don't know. We just speak the truth over here. So we're gonna get to it, man. Let me get to y'all names, and we're gonna start cooking. Hopefully, Mello and Noah join my guy Play. I even reached out to my brother J Rock to see if he could join as well. And we gonna cook. You feel me? When we tried to tell people that, well, let's just shout y'all out. I got my brother Pastor on the show. He's gonna be here for about an hour.
Yeah, buddy.
One of the best bots in the land. So y'all know we about to cook. Y'all know we about to cook. Look. Let me do this. Let me look, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Let me shout y'all out. I'm trying to stop before I even do the introduction. So let me get to your names, and then we're gonna go from there. Let me see here. Shout out to the brother King Reaper 74G. What's good, brother? Mojan Smeek, what's good, brother? Always showing up. Who we got? Witness the Truth. What's good, player? HB, what's good, man? Thank you for supporting, always supporting, and thank you for being a member of the channel, man. I got some work coming for the members pretty soon, man. Ozzy, what's good? Thanks for the share in the stream, brother. I really appreciate that. Randy Watson, what's good? Team Tex Green game over Tex Green. Oh, okay. I think I got to look at the what's the name for that. Okay, I see. Okay, so that was a what's the name. And then we also got real non-stop talent. The Ruhan, what's good? Post cranking up the internet. Yes, y'all definitely finna crank. It's finna get cranked up even more. We got some shit to talk about today. Suicide Kings, what's up? COVID, man. COVID. I don't want to call you COVID. I want to call you COVID. Shout out to Ballin' Hard, was good. MC was good. My brother Gen X 128, one of the baddest bots in the land. What's good, brother? And then we got Don Sicario, what's up? And then we got Jax 82, man. If you're watching and you're not in the chat, we appreciate you for showing up and participating and just supporting the platform. But we have breaking news that just broke a little while ago that Factions 2, right? Factions 2 has been canceled. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna do a recap of the TGA. What's good, Play? We're gonna do a recap of what's been shown at the TGA, how we feel about the awards and the fallout that came after that in terms of the presentation of it, in terms of the developers being kind of the main source for that. We also want to talk about the Blade fallout, the crying and the obsession over Blade. Sega Return, we got a lot of trademarks that they filed today for classic games that we all grew up playing. And so we're going to talk about it. But you know the first thing we're going to get to, I got my brother J-Rock here. I got Pastor here. I got play J-Rock. What's good, buddy?
What's good, brother?
What's good?
Oh, I see that is. I didn't recognize him.
Hey, all I can, we tried to tell these folks. We tried to tell them.
We tried to warn them.
We tried to warn them, man.
Yo, and we told them it was canceled. Oh, they didn't say canceled. They just said on the shelf. But what happens when a record label put an artist on the shelf? They don't come off that motherfucker.
They don't come out
at all.
They call them naughty gods. Naughty gods.
And we're gonna talk about that too. Because I always say, if you're gonna crown a studio the best studio in the world, it should be multifaceted and be able to approach anything.
Yeah,
right?
buddy.
They hyping one-way players, man.
One-way players, right? One trick.
The James Harden. James Harden of gaming.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste, man.
Nice. Now, when I said it, I always looked at Rockstar as a perfect example. Rockstar give you single player, co-op player, multiplayer, and they do it on a scale that no one can mimic. That's what, even when it comes to Red Dead Redemption, that's a studio that's multifaceted, that can do everything and do everything to a higher standard than a lot of other publishers or developers. You know, you look for the most part that people shit on Xbox and Microsoft. A lot of that studio is able to deliver single player, multiplayer, and co-op in one package.
But stop. Post up, I think we're jumping ahead. I think you should give the fine people the full breakdown as to what transpired with Naughty Dog and factions.
Okay, hold on. My bad. Let me get these super chat. DJ Berto's dose with the $5. Hold up. Get out the way now. You either with me or you against me, though. Win. Definitely. Nithus, what's up, brother? I got you. I'm finna send you the link now. Nithus, I got you. Hold on. Give me just a second here. I got you. Let me go to, I'm not screen sharing. And let's see here. There is. Check the DM, not yours, but the other group DM we in, Nithus. All right, so let me put this up on the screen. So give you all some context of what's going down. And then we're gonna get into this because we got some cooking to do. Oh, motherfuckers talking all that shit. Always Xbox this and Xbox that. Ain't even worrying about what's going on in their own goddamn house. Let's do this. Hold on.
Hey, what's the better looking concept art, my brother?
Hey,
that's hilarious. Bro. They literally was comparing concept art like 4 hours ago
concept
for that
art,
news to drop.
Concept art. Okay, so Naughty Dog
from
came
5 years ago.
It said an update on The Last of Us Online. It said, we realize many of you have been anticipating news around the project that we've been calling The Last of Us Online. They didn't even say factions. They called it factions too. I don't know where they get this Last of Us Online from, but there's no easy way to say this. We've made the incredibly difficult decision to stop development on that game. We know this news will be tough for many, especially our dedicated The Last of Us faction community.
Man, they let down a whole community.
Yeah, who have been, I didn't even know it existed, who have been following our multiplayer ambitions ardently. We're equally crushed at the studio as we were looking forward to putting it in your hands. We wanted to share with you some background on how we came to this decision. The multiplayer team has been in pre-production with this game since we were working on The Last of Us Part 2.
Hey, by the way, post all this is bullshit. What you're reading?
I know. This the PR talk that they kill Phil for, but they gonna accept from Naughty Dog. Hold on, play. I know you want to. Hold on, let me finish reading this. The multiplayer team has been in pre-production with this game since we was working on The Last of Us Part 2.
Really?
Crafting an experience we felt was unique and had tremendous potential. Hold on, play.
Oh, I'm being
The
quiet.
multiplayer team iterated on their concept for The Last of Us Online factions 2, basically. I don't even know why they're not using that term during this time. Their vision crystallized, the gameplay got more refined and satisfying, and we were enthusiastic about the direction in which we were headed. In ramping up to full production, the massive scope of our ambition became clear. To release and support The Last of Us Online, we have to put all our studio resources behind supporting post-launch content for years to come, severely impacting development on future single-player games. So we had two paths in front of us. Become a solely live service game.
Solely live service. Ain't that
I know. I'm trying to let me finish. A solely live service game studio, or continue to focus on single player narrative games that have defined Naughty Dog heritage. We are immensely proud of everyone at the studio that touched this project. The learnings and investments in technology from this game will carry into how we develop our projects and will be invaluable in the direction we are headed as a studio. We have more than one ambitious brand new single player game that we're working on here at Naughty Dog, and we cannot wait to share more about what comes next when we're ready. Until then, we're incredibly thankful to our community for your support throughout the years. You all may cook whoever want to go first.
Well, I'm gonna keep this nice and short because these dudes were in pre-production for what, 4 years, 4 or 5 years. All right, they about to release The Last of Us Part 2 remaster next year.
Right.
Think about it.
Right.
This game, I think this game been on the shelf for a minute.
But you know what it also shows? You know, all the rumors that was going around that, you know, Jim Ryan was basically forcing these teams to make these games. And there was a rumor stating that these guys don't know what they're doing. They absolutely don't know how to make a multiplayer game. And this really solidifies that fact that here what? Those rumors were
Live
true.
service. They know how to make a multiplayer. They
Yeah,
don't know how to make a live service.
a live service, sorry. And also, Jim Ryan, he did not calculate that step well. That is why he's out of there. That is why he's gone. Hey,
All facts, Pastor.
yeah.
Hold
So
on, let me-
yeah, so everything that the rumors were saying, now we can take out all some of this grain of salt and we can actually start to cook, because those rumors is seeming to be true about Jim Ryan and about all of the things that will have been happening on the background. You understand?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Play, what you got? What you got to say about this, brother?
Well, couple of things.
Go ahead, break it down.
So it was Jim Ryan's idea to go into this live service direction, which I didn't disagree with, because they just don't have games that give them recurring revenue, which he realized it was a problem they were trying to solve. What I did not know, and the rumors did start to come out, is how incapable they were of going in this direction. Now, I remember a certain person saying that buying Bungie was going to reap more than Microsoft buying Activision. You know, and I guess they thought Bungie would be I guess they thought Bungie would be the Band-Aid fix-all to solve their fix their live service.
A $4 billion Band-Aid, huh?
Oh yeah, to fix their live service inefficiencies that they have there. They practically don't have anyone that can do it other than Bungie. Just to find out, Bungie looked at the game and was like, "This ain't gonna work." It gets shelved. All right. Next thing we know, we hearing about Bungie trying to do layoffs because they're trying to avoid a takeover from their parent company, which would nullify their agreement. And now, you know, we find out this game is now officially canceled. So you telling me Jim Ryan just decided to retire after we're now seeing that the dude spent 4.6 billion, wasted 4 years of Naughty Dog and pre-production. It took them 4 years for them to figure out that it takes the whole team to support this game. And we want to talk about Microsoft mismanaging a studio. I ain't never seen nobody waste money for 4 years on one of their top studios, and nobody could say, y'all not going to be able to support this game. It's going to take everybody. You could forget about single player. It's long to figure that out.
Hey, Play.
And that's why he was in that dirty ass white tee. What's up, boys?
My man came in white tees and Crocs.
How long has it been?
What's good,
It's been
man?
fucking years.
It's been years, bro.
It's been fucking years.
What's good, man? How you been, man?
What's good? Hey, what's good, Xbox Nation?
Yes, sir.
The come up. Be the behemoth that you are. Where the fuck are you at, Z? I know you're listening.
Oh, shit.
Hey, he's over there claiming Xbox again. That's what's up.
Yeah, buddy.
Talk your shit. Hey,
Talk your shit.
I do
Post
want-
up.
What's up, Neff?
We need this reunion. We need this reunion. This is my
we-
Triple B brother. He was there from the beginning. I'm so fucking excited for Xbox shit and for Sony's downfall. Fuck it. Full body. Hey, Ray, this is what you wanted? Hey, what a come up post up. Remember when they acquired all those goddamn studios in, I don't know, what was 2019? They were still saying this was a red solo cup. Doesn't mean shit. We're in a desert. All right.
Yep.
They go on to acquire Bethesda. Still don't mean shit. Starfield ain't shit, even though they keep talking about it to this day. Now they're acquired fucking Activision Blizzard and become the number one publisher. The number one publisher. They're not even fully united yet. Where is the RIP Xbox podcast at?
I don't hear him.
Where is the RIP podcast at? Post up. I remember week after week you would come in and try to stop this RIP podcast for Xbox. It was every goddamn week
Every week.
with Kratos, with whoever the fuck. I can't remember their names anymore. Just Z and Kratos. And it was always RIP Xbox podcast. Where is the RIP PlayStation podcast at?
Talk that shit.
Buddy.
Talk that shit.
Hey, post up. Before we continue, go down that tweet. Go word for word about all those bullet points you got for PlayStation. I saw you tweet that shit out.
Hold on, let me.
Jim Ryan leaving. You go for it.
Let me bring that back. Let me bring that up here. Let me see here.
I want to hear RIP PlayStation podcast. Let's go.
Let's see. We got Connie Boo fired and her whole team walks out, right? We still ain't got no story on that. They got a story on Bungie though. The media looked the other way on that, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Multiple layoffs across their studios. The CFO came out and said PSVR 2 is no longer a priority after they just spent $600 on that hardware, right?
Yeah.
Jim Ryan retired in a white tee.
White tee and Crocs.
That shit's dirty.
6 of the 12 games as a service has been canceled. So when dude said they put 6 of them on the back burner, if this happened to Faction, that happened to the other 6, right? Now we know there was infighting in regards to the direction in terms of live services and single player games. And we now know that it was true that the first party studio pushed back against the live service shit, okay? Since 2019, the last time Sony had high operating income was between 2018 and 2019. Since then, they've been getting high revenue and low operating income. Remember that because that's important why Factions is canceled and why you're seeing and what they made. This one of the statements they made in that letter that I'm gonna go back to. Factions 2 canceled, huh? Remember all the smoke they had for Master Chief and Halo Infinite at launch?
Yeah, buddy.
Remember all the memes? Remember all the shit no Halo and the multi what Halo is now?
Exactly.
Doing well.
Some respect on 343 name.
Facts.
And post up. That was beautiful word for word.
Oh, we ain't finished.
Oh, you ain't finished, right?
We ain't seen the first party roadmap since.
Oh shit!
2 years ago. Remember they told you they was gonna get y'all 100 shows?
100 shows.
I forgot all about that.
The first party studio is, and based on what Naughty Dog said, the first party studios are incapable of diversifying their content. They're incapable of multitasking, or they don't have the backing or resources to do so. I mean, some budgets is being cut, and you had to make a choice. Either you gonna stick with this single player shit, or you gonna do this live service. But you can't do both.
Yeah.
Do that over at Microsoft.
But post up, they already treat their single player like live service games with the remakes and remasters.
Exactly. Exactly. They finna pay for another remaster or remake. And again, and then the PS5 Pro come out, and then what they gonna do? They're gonna remake.
Bro, they drop so many remasters and remakes. It's like seasonal drops for them.
It's crazy. We don't look. The bag has been delivered over there at Microsoft. They don't have to choose between doing single player and live service games because they got the resources that they need. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They sold you a $200 handheld to increase engagement on a system that's supposed to be the market leader and have sold the most consoles. So you should be in more hands than your competitor, but yet you need to create a $200 handheld for people to engage with a system that they should already be engaged in. Please make it make sense. It don't make sense. Then they just increase the PSN prices, right? The highest tier has increased over $40 per year. You're now going to court because you're considered the monopoly with your digital store.
Yeah.
Insomniac has been hacked. Your security has been suspect since the PS3 era. But don't worry, don't worry. PlayStation Nation is concerned about Starfield and if Blade is exclusive.
But let me say one thing before anyone goes. I want to add to this list. You forgot to put that Sony got hacked 3 times this year. 3 times.
What?
Sony got hacked.
Yeah, remember they got hacked. Yeah.
Where's that PSVR flopped?
Yeah, they
you right about that? Oh, I should have put that too.
No longer priority.
No longer priority.
They're compromising their customers' IDs, credit card numbers.
Yeah.
All of them.
Remember, accounts was getting banned. Like, remember there was that hack that happened, and it was wondered if it was real or not. And Sony was
turned out to be real.
It turned out to be real. Then accounts start getting banned. By the time we find out about it, it had been going on for a month before it hit the news. Accounts start getting banned. Now Insomniac then got hacked with ransomware. Now you tell me they said it had nothing to do. They said it had nothing to do with PlayStation. It was just Sony. So but this sounds like it was a little broader.
So that you mean to tell me? Because see, look, what I know. See, I took cybersecurity. Look, I will say this: what that tells me, once somebody hacks a system and gains access to a system, they could be in that system for months or years around. Before they make themselves known. That they're even in the system.
Talk to them. Post.
So if the guys that hacked Insomnia, all this sound like from the same people who gain access to that system, from banned accounts to the Insomniac and to the other stuff. All of that sounds. All that is in relation to each other. If you actually look at it, I don't think it's separate events. And I think them guys that's just trying to get Bitcoin from Insomnia, I think they've been in Sony's system maybe for
But you know what's the bigger question, Paul?
Yeah.
You know what's the bigger question to this? Sony had so many increases this year. They are boasting on Twitter that Sony profits are through the roof year over year. Sony increased the services. What is Sony doing with all this money? Is it that Sony is improving the security? Is it that they are holding the security with a Cheetos or something? What is going on with Sony? Why is it Sony?
Their revenues increased, but their operating profit has not increased.
It's not increased.
The revenue increased, but the profit is not.
Look, the only show going on over there at Sony is a shit show. My God, my God, my
The
God.
media is silent.
It is
post-
silent.
Yeah, the media silent.
I got, hold on, before we move forward, I gotta give my brother J-Rock, man.
They sold them a pro controller.
Yep.
And no games are no first party games are using on. They're out here using that pro controller on COD.
How you feel about the situation, J-Rock? Because I know we
vindicated.
On Twitter.
Vindicated.
I told him it was coming. I told him to worry about it. Listen, whenever Sony is quiet, it's cause for concern.
Yeah, and they've been, and you know what's crazy though? They out here champion console sales and things like that.
That's all they got.
And the CFO.
That's all they got. Posts. They're not playing their games. You see the charts. They're playing Xbox games more than their first party games.
Facts.
Yeah, buddy.
They'll be monitoring the Starfield player count more than they're playing the first party games. Now, J-Rock. This is the fortune teller right here. This is the fortune teller right here. Where is Faction? You posted that today.
Yo, that shit had me rolling. And then he put the PlayStation. When he put the PlayStation, that thing. PlayStation. That shit be having me rolling, bro. Oh man, look. Let me tell you something. We called this. Even Jim Ryan getting fired, even though everybody wants to say, well, he didn't get fired. He retired. How he get fired?
Yeah, right.
I say everybody looks good in front of the camera. The cameras is rolling. And what I mean by that, you got investors and board members that's looking at they not finna do that in front of the investors and board members. So they have to continue that role. Him saying, why you let him
that man a cookie?
Yeah, why you at you pulled up in a t-shirt to sign a come on now, bro. Stop. They just looking good for the cameras, man. But look, this is crazy. This is crazy. And another thing I want to say is this. What happened to just being able to being great at more than one thing? Right? I don't care how much you clown Microsoft Studio, they are multifaceted. In single player, multiplayer, co-op, live services, matchmaking, infrastructure, all of that. That's why Phil was able to turn away Bungie, even though they wanted him to spend $2 billion. Why would I give you a motherfucking? I'm basically giving you a loan for you to do what you've been doing, right?
Yep.
So you want me to give you $2 billion for you to continue to do what you've been doing, and I have no say so. Well, you could do that on your own. Why do I have to pay you to do what you've been doing on your own? And it's remain independent. If you come over here, we need to have say so, and we need to have exclusivity. Then you ran over there to Sony. Sony was
down bad.
It was down bad, and that was a reactive. And it was not so more reactive to their community. It was a reaction to their investors in their board, because you remember, when Jim Ryan was in a conversation with the investors, and they was asking about what Sony was going to do after Microsoft acquired ABK. The investors was worried. And you know why the investors were worried? Because the investors knew that Sony was making, in the United States alone, over $1 billion off
Call of Duty.
And that ain't even that's not even worldwide. So when you got an investor in play and you fucking with their money, or they feel they need answers. So you went and overspent for Bungie, right? And now look at what Bungie going through. This shit is crazy.
Look, post up. You were you go ahead, my bad.
Let me get PK Thunder Whoa with the 199. Like Post Up said, put some respect on 343 name. Exactly. Go ahead, man.
Post up. You were saying Microsoft first party studios is multifaceted, and that's true, but I also could call them kings. Microsoft's got the king of racers with that Forza Horizon series. They got the king of shooters with Call of Duty, Halo, Wolfenstein, Doom. They got the Western RPG market on fucking lock with Bethesda, Obsidian, soon to be Exile. Microsoft are fucking kings at this shit, and they're multifaceted. Hell, they even own King. Like, how much better can you get than that?
You know what? Now I respect that Xbox energy you give it right now. I respect that.
It's been years post. It's been overdue.
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
and just to add to that, you know how I know Sony was done bad? when Sony had back-to-back showcases, and the last showcase, the first game they opened with was Baby Steps. The first game should never be a game like that. The first game should be a banger. You start off strong, you end off strong. They started off with Baby Steps. That is proof that they had nothing to show. So this is how I know that Sony was in problems. The last two showcase they had was terrible in my opinion. Terrible.
You know what
Hey, yo,
Wasn't Final Fantasy's team like disrupted the 16
Pastor,
Yo.
right quick. I'm hearing, I'm hearing that the day before was Naughty Dog stealth dropping factions to see how it was gonna do.
What?
Buddy.
What? Hey, you know what?
Put him here, man.
You know what? This is crazy because over the last couple of days, right? You try to say, look, why y'all not concerned? Why y'all not asking questions after all this Sony stuff and Sony news that has came out? Why y'all looking away? And the minute y'all find something to talk about in terms of Xbox, y'all hopping on it because y'all want to be blind. Y'all want to be blind to the fact of what's actually going on at PlayStation. So you spend your time trying to wonder what is Blade going to be exclusive or not. You still Starfield released months ago, and y'all still talking about that.
Yeah.
And now,
post up.
what's up?
When you ask them, is this one of the greatest? Is this one of the greatest years in gaming history? Right? They will tell you, yeah, of course. This maybe goes down as one of the greatest years in gaming history, right? With Metacritic and sales wise, right? Starfield launches in this exact year, right? The greatest year ever. It's still top 10 in sales, right? For the whole year, and somehow we need to be concerned about it.
Exactly, and it even won the MPD while in fucking Game Pass.
And you know what? Yeah. You know what, J Rock? I was watching. I know. Hey, play. Could you mute your mic?
Yeah. Hold on.
I was watching the Iron Lords podcast. I think they last show. I don't know if they last show or the show before that. And Cog said something. He said, I heard that Starfield exceeded expectations. They said it exceeded all. He said he was told that it exceeded all internal metrics.
Yeah.
And then it went beyond what they was expecting.
And that is thanks to the ponies. Ponies have to blame for that.
Yeah. And this came from Cog, and he didn't. And I'm not gonna get into who he heard it from, anything like that. But I know they well connected over there. And he said that from what he was told, Starfield exceeded internal metrics, did way better than even their expectations. So if that's the case, just because Microsoft don't have to come out with these numbers and say, hey, Starfield, they told y'all 12 million players. Starfield is still in the top 20, even the top 10. I think it was at number 10 in terms of sales, despite it being on Game Pass. What are we doing here?
Yep.
Shout out to DJ. Hold on, shout out to DJ Bertos with the $2 net.
Bertos.
You grocery store, you back for good or what?
I can't say that.
Okay, before we continue, Mello, who just joined, what's good, brother?
What up, man? I'm late to the party. I was in a verbal war with Parker because he traumatized right now. But it's a great day to be a gamer. You feel me? Shout out to the Game Pass niggas in the chat.
Xbox game.
Shout out to the Game Pass niggas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Far Cry 6 just dropped. You feel me? Game was gonna game while the other niggas cry, bro. We with it.
So what you feel about the news that just popped out?
Well, McDonald said it best, baby. I'm loving it. You feel me? Because I've been telling these cats this since the crayon box coloring system. They came out and tried to explain this goddamn game, and it was a crash and burn from that point on. I was the first person to say, where the hell is the multiplayer? I got my legs kicked in about it. And now all of a sudden, put it like this, man. I need Jim Ryan, I need one of those cookies because that's going to be a collectible of the individual that destroyed Sony.
But Mello, didn't J-Dub said the developer came out and said that the game is not cancelled? Didn't he say that?
J-Dub said that game will come out before Starfield. Fuck he's on,
bro. Hey, yo, Pastor, you had one developer saying they're cooking in the kitchen and it smells good. Or was it bullshit?
You know what though? But real talk, it's sad though that Sony and them are doing this to Naughty Dog. This is the company that helped these people out when they lost their way with multiplayer. When they went in that route of focusing on marketing shares towards the third party to cover multiplayer and focus heavy on single player, Uncharted is the one that opened them doors open. Last of Us opened them doors open. And to see that they getting their ass whooped like this over there.
Call of Duty opened them doors open and kept them motherfuckers open. Because Call of Duty was paying for the Uncharted and the Last of Us. What are we doing here? See, it's different when somebody come take your phone.
I'm saying when they turned their focus away from the multiplayer that they did have, which was the kill zones, and went straight single player, Naughty Dog was the people that was getting the money for that. And now look at what's going on over there.
Look, Mello, we gotta cut the bullshit though. Sometimes you gotta grab Old Yeller and go behind that goddamn shit. That was Naughty Dog at this point. That motherfucker only put remaster, remake, can't do multiplayer. That shit is Old Yeller over there. Now, post up. You know I'm the king of receipts. So I sent you a receipt in that DM you sent the link in. I want you to pull that shit up. And I want to talk to you and Mello about this one right here.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on.
Okay, he got receipts. I like receipts. Come on.
Hey,
bring the paper.
You know what?
Hey, this is a few years special. I am going to be back.
Let me tell you something. Back in the day, bro, whenever we needed receipts for everything, that's always, I'm talking about any and everything, he had a receipt, bro. And my brother come through once again. Listen. What we going to? Oh, we got Porter Rock. Oh, dear Porter Rock. My sweet brother.
Lord, not Porter. Not
now, Mello, this is why I want to talk to you and I want to talk to Post Up.
Sweet Jesus, not Franklin the Turtle.
What is Porter Rock's new slogan? What is that slogan he goes with? You know what he talks about. Xbox what?
Concubines?
Xbox concubine. Now, let me read this tweet word for word.
Go ahead.
I am so glad that when it came down to two choices, they made the majority from Naughty Dog wants. Also, knowing they're working on more than one single-player game is a win. AKA, they're working on a remaster and a new whatever. So, you tell me, what does that shit sound like right there? To me, that sounds like a filthy fucking concubine for PlayStation, you bitch. Hey, Porter Rock, you're a goddamn hypocrite, you bitch. Fucking fanboy ass motherfucker. Thinks he's all smart over there. Xbox company, bitch, you are proof that you all are fucking concubines. You shut the fuck up for Naughty Dog and suck that dick. Goddamn concubine bitch. Like, goddamn, Porter Rock. This is what you do? This is being real? Oh, but you're happy they're canceling multiplayer shit. Man, get the fuck out of here.
What?
PlayStation's in disarray and you're being a concubine. And that's your slogan. Who the fuck's the concubine now?
He did this today.
We're doing this today, Post.
The cat.
Damage control, man.
This is cat.
And the majority wants?
The majority. And he capitalized it. He wanted to make sure he put emphasis on
majority
that.
wants from Naughty Dog. The one majority.
Hey, this is the greatest developer on the planet. They can't put out a single-player game and a multiplayer game. You guys roasted 343 for all these years. Naughty Dog, you're like, you know what? We're going to give them 2 extra years to put the multiplayer. 3 extra years. You know what? They canceled it. We didn't want it anyways. What is this? The best multiplayer... I'm sorry, the best developer in the world should be able to put out a multiplayer game and a single-player game. Rockstar fucking does it, like Post was saying. What's Naughty Dog's excuse?
You know why they can't do it?
Halo does it.
Resources in the budget has been cut.
Hey, but Halo's trash, right? 343 trash.
I'm telling you, they had budget cuts. Let me tell you something. The CFO recently came out. When he came out and did them interviews, and it's crazy that you know what? when on our side, when somebody from Xbox, executive or anything like that, do an interview, we read the interview. We're clipping articles, we're clipping portions of the article. We know PlayStation Nation only clipping stuff that they can
the headline. No, they had
they can headline or they can flip or twist. But every time one of the Sony executives come out, you rarely see them clip anything, and so you probably won't notice. But he came out and said two things. One, they need to drive engagement, and two, they need to find ways to drive profit. Profit, engagement, and profit. And my question is, right? And this is where people came in terms of them stuffing the channel, right? Stuffing the channels in terms of the consoles, because I think somebody said it was like one Japanese Japan analyst came out and said, "Look, the numbers ain't adding up." And he was, I guess, assuming that Sony was stuffing the channels to get to the numbers they was trying to make. But if you're selling more systems than everybody, right, or at least Microsoft, right, and you start because Switch is starting to slow down. If you're selling more systems than everybody, you should have more. You should have more PSN accounts than Microsoft have Xbox Live accounts. But we know you start reporting the numbers on that because even that wasn't adding up, right? My thing is that damn, I forgot what the fuck I'm about to say now. Hold on. All I'm saying is this. If you're selling all this shit and you're selling all these consoles and everything, why is engagement in profit? You should be, because from what your community tell us, you're already pushing profit. You're already pushing engagement. If you're selling all these consoles, why are you making it a thing to push profit? Well, we know, like Play said earlier, you have high revenue and low operating income since 2019, right? The numbers ain't adding up. So what you got to do? You bring the CFO in and take Jim Ryan's place, because what you got to do? Now you got to start cutting. You got to start cutting. You got to do what Microsoft had to do back in 2014 to 2015. You got to start cutting budgets. So they told Naughty Dog, who was working on factions, you had a choice. Either you're going to go in this direction or you're going to go in that direction. And they chose the direction that they was comfortable in. But if, like someone said, if that was Phil, regardless of what happened to Redfall, Phil let them do their thing to get to go back and fix or do whatever they want. Regardless of what happened to Halo Infinite when it launched, they still had the budget and the resources to go put Halo Infinite where it is now. Naughty Dog is not afforded the same. Either you're gonna work with that game, you're gonna focus on that game, because you can't do both. You can't do these two single player games over here and factions at the same time. We don't have the budget. So you gotta cancel one. Well, we're gonna keep our two single player games. Okay, man. Right? And then the other 6 games that they got, I think they canceled. I think they won't see the light of day. Just like the Deviation Studio shit was canceled. We don't even hear about them no more. The PlayStation community don't even tweet about them no more. You see how that shit go? Don't even tweet about them no more. So look, this shit is crazy. And Microsoft is in a prime position right now. Because we came at your favorite restaurant, sat down at your motherfucking table and told you in your face, we now own this restaurant and we own everything on your plate. When you want to eat, you come to us. When
they gave one better. We know the secret sauce, baby, and we got the secret sauce. You can do it the easy way, or you can do it the hard way.
Hold up.
Is yours.
Hold up there, Mello.
Let me say something. We feed you that, and I think this I get to. I forgot who I was talking to. Somebody said, when you look at your competitor and you find out the things that are great in, that they are great in, that they are excelling in, and then you find the weakness in it. And what did Microsoft see? Oh, you good at Activision. Oh, we found out in these court documents. See, this is what Jim Ryan fucked up. Jim Ryan should have left. Let me tell you something. Jim Ryan should have left well enough alone. He should have sat down at the table and negotiated. Now you got the regulators in everybody's shit. They in your shit with your digital store. They in Steam shit. They in Google. They won't now, since they look embarrassed for their lack of understanding and knowledge of the game industry. They in everybody's shit now, and it's because of you. All you had to do was come to the table, but now the regulators, they is on this motherfucking industry, and they're gonna be on this motherfucking industry for the foreseeable future. Now it's over. It's over. All you had to do was sit down, and what you do? During the discovery, you let Microsoft. Oh yeah, you swap paper. And I know Microsoft didn't have no problems doing discovery a swap paper because you looking. We get to look in your shit too. We now know that Activision fees is the source of your first party studio.
Yep.
That's how they been that's how you been surviving.
Down bad post.
First party wise, J-Rock, it ain't these exclusives are big and prestigious and everybody want them, everybody in the war, ain't no other exclusive. It ain't that. Y'all been surviving off Call of Duty for the longest.
Yeah,
that's why Jim Ryan left. He said, I'm gonna leave on top. I see the demise coming. I see the downfall coming.
He been saying it too. What he say? If Microsoft was to degrade Call of Duty on PlayStation, the PlayStation business would basically
done for.
And he told the truth. He said our studios do not have the capabilities of making a car competitor.
And we see it now. They don't have the financial backing or the resources.
You got these concubines out here talking about
thank you, Naughty Dog, for not coming through on your promises, for selling us a half-baked product for full price.
Look, let me tell you something. Look, this is chess, not checkers. When they was clowning Phil and saying they were soft, saying the whole executive team they was soft, them boys was behind the scene in a motherfucking war room. Soft. Yeah.
So in other words, post up in Puerto Rock, all saying grand closing, and of course they have no opening there, man. They're closing.
Look,
hey,
and this look.
It's gonna look real nice on my Apple TV, seeing that PlayStation logo. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, bro, they've been working on factions for how many years? Since 2019. They can't.
No. Hold on. Let me correct you, brother.
That.
Let me correct you, brother. Hold on, let me go back here.
Go back, Post. How long was?
Hold on, let me go back here. Let me say, when I tell you this, boy, you better go tweet about this. You better go make one of the dopest tweets in the motherfucking world, right? Let me tell you something. Where it said, okay, let me come down here. And remember, proof doesn't go tweets. Okay, now the multiplayer has been in pre-production. The multiplayer was in pre-production since we were working on The Last of Us Part 2, right?
And since then, they can't even show your animation.
What that say right here?
No, nothing.
A clip.
What that say right here?
Nothing.
According to the information I found, The Last of Us Part 2 began development in 2014, my nigga.
Wow. God damn.
God. The game was developed by a team of over 2,100 people over a period of more than 5 years, led by 350-person team at Naughty Dog. We in 2023, my nigga.
You can't even give them a trailer.
We in 2023, my nigga. Now, when did they announce Factions 2? That was in 2019, right?
They said the gameplay was looking good. They can't even show that.
They never got to see a gameplay. They only saw one screenshot.
Bro, what is going on?
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. That would have been Microsoft.
Man, Phil gotta go. They put Sarah Bond in office so she can take the fall. All type of narratives would have been pumped up out here.
Shout out to my brother Jason Xbot with the $5. Please, boy.
I'm a married man to a woman.
Go. I'm here.
We're not gonna do this.
I'm taking that booty. Mellow, aka Hickle Bottom Mellow, And I will locate your house, Poppy. Lock them doors and windows.
What's going on here, man?
I don't know why he at you like that, Mel.
I don't know, brother. That's why I don't face cam no more. I am a married man that have kids, brother.
DJ Birdo, who's also with the $2. J Rock, was that an impression of that dude at that say PF5? I think you're talking about Barry.
Oh. With the list.
You're talking about with the list.
Daffy Duck.
Sucker and succotash.
I don't know. Looking at this whole situation, it's such a bizarro what if situation. Like Post was just saying, Xbox was doing some similar shit back in that 2016, 2017 time frame before, like, they were cutting down on the budget, going down on Phil, going after Phil and shit. His position, I don't know, might have been a little shaky at one point. But he went over there and he turned that shit around. He convinced Xbox gaming is a priority at Microsoft. 2019, he got all those studios. 2020 or so, he got fucking Bethesda. 2022, he got goddamn Activision going. Jim Ryan, on the other hand, got his ass booted out because he fucking failed, flew out to Brussels, did all this shit, now has the people going after the gaming industry as a whole. The financial officer has to step in and lead Sony now because they're in that deep of shit. They're canceling games left and right. Like, what the fuck is happening? This is a what-if scenario. Like, you guys said that if Xbox died, all this would happen. All that shit you were saying, look at PlayStation right now. What is their roadmap? How many cancellations do they have? Do they have more cancellations and delays and remasters than they do actual games coming out at this point? Like, you have to ask yourself, do we need a Last of Us Part 2 remake? Even if you want it, why the hell are they releasing that? That is suspect. And Naughty Dog, the same developer, is canceling a brand new content, brand new idea with Last of Us Part 2 factions and going with their old shit they already had done. That's suspect.
It is.
That is suspect. I've never seen Xbox do that many goddamn remasters and remakes, and you guys said they were down bad. I don't know, man. Look, this is a bad what-if scenario.
I'm telling you, this is, and shout out to my brother Showing on Twitter. He be cooking. This is an economic decision. It has nothing to do with talent. It has. Hold on, Noah. Hold on. It has nothing to do with talent. It has everything to do with money. This is the shit that PlayStation fans talk about all the time. We make more money than y'all. We sell more consoles than y'all. But what the like Pastor asked earlier today, what the fuck is y'all doing with this money? Because if this was under Xbox, Phil would have let them cook. And he would have gave them the time to cook. And they would have the money. This is a money issue. This is them cutting corners. This is them cutting budgets. This is them pulling back on shit because their profits, their operating income ain't matching up with their revenue. You're bringing in all this revenue. You're generating all this revenue. But since 2019, your operating income is declining. That means you've been spending more than you've been bringing in. And my guess is Jim Ryan was spending a hell of a lot more. He went on a motherfucking spending spree.
Went crazy with it.
The audio doesn't match the visuals. Poster.
Exactly. And they had to get his ass. They had to get his ass out of there. They had to cut spinning.
Who's that?
That's Island J.
They had to cut spinning. They had to cut spinning, and now they're canceling games and they're firing people. Look at Bungie. Bungie came out and said they had to fire those people in order to prevent.
Promising that they wouldn't.
In order for them to prevent Sony from taking over. That's after once Sony spent $1.2 billion to retain those same individuals. Come on now.
That was after a year and a half of being there.
And the media ain't saying shit. Like this would have been Microsoft. The headlines would have been every fucking where. IGN would have retweeted it 15 times by now. We would have been seeing articles and podcasts everywhere.
Absolutely.
If all this stuff that's going on in Sony camp, if it was going on in Xbox, but I knew something was up. when David Jaffe came out and exposed what was going on with Connie Booth at PlayStation. Because he did that to put the word out. He did that because he thought the media was going to take it and catch fire, and articles would have been everywhere. But guess what? They turned the motherfucking blind eye to that man who worked for Sony for over 20 years and told him, well, you need at least about 3 or 4 sources before we can. What?
All right, I'm back.
But a tweet from Phil Spencer is good enough.
Now, post you got the Hoof Brotherhood right here, right? Talking about they don't want multiplayer, but when they post up their PlayStation wrap ups, COD is in the top 3
every time.
COD is in the top 3, and they talking about they don't want multiplayer.
You got to, AJ, you got some good ideas on some videos, man. You got to get the you got to go. Screenshot all.
I just want to know what's up, PlayStation Nation? What's up?
You're supposed to say PlayStation Nation.
Jason, you got a lot of Jason Xbox with the $5. Oh Lord!
Shout out to Jason Xbox with the $5. Oh, I see you, Pastor. Yeah, you're here. Reminds him with the list of the booty appointments and Poppy mellow. I'm gonna take the chocolate pepper pass to pass.
Yo, shout out to Mac City Entertainment with the $5. One of the baddest bots in the land. Something never good to see you back at it, fam. What a time to be a bot. Blade and Hellblade, Fable, Clockwork. Xbox is game banging. Shout out to my brother. I'm technically Tim with the $13.99. Appreciate your support. Oh man, I got to give it to you, 50 bots. Y'all been on a roll recently. That was some nasty work by Naughty Dog. They had my bro J-Dub looking spooky out here. Jesus, yes. Shout out to Post Up Chicken Wings with the $5. What the hell? It's crazy. 343 can release a multiplayer and single player at the same time, but world-renowned Naughty Dog can't tell me it ain't true.
And they're working on a different project while still supporting Infinite.
Say it again.
They're working on a whole new campaign while still supporting Infinite.
And guess what? Xbox got multiple studios that's working on multiple projects at the same. The bag is different over here. And that's why Sony was crying. Sony was afraid of this Microsoft, but they are the ones that woke up this Microsoft. You should have never tried to drown them out in Xbox One era. You should have never tried to pull all third-party content off the console, right? Push them out of the market. Now they woke up. Nadalia, who didn't care about gaming, didn't know. Now he cares. Hold on, no, I got you. Now he cares. Now Nadalia cares. And now they're treating gaming at Microsoft like it's Office, like it's Azure. It's a pillar.
Post up, but you need to understand this, Post Up, right? I'm gonna say this.
Okay. Yeah, nigga, you gotta understand, nigga. Naughty Dog, nigga, is separate from PlayStation, nigga. And PlayStation is separate from Sony.
Come on, nigga.
Come on, man.
You gotta do about the gas planets.
Don't forget Kellogg's, man. It's like Kellogg's.
It's like Kellogg's.
What's up,
Come on, my niggas.
I mean, I know y'all
was being developed by another studio.
Hey, that's pretty good, but you ain't being fucking dirt at that shit.
The master filter Phil Spencer.
Fucking dirt at the suppression.
I'm better than y'all. I'm better than y'all. I'm articulate.
Hold on, Bello. Hold on.
Because you know, how many gamers Phil Spencer say we're trying to reach? What do you say, 1 billion?
2 billion.
150 million, whatever it was?
2 billion.
I think the master this dude pulled off was by him buying Activision. He turned all them PlayStation gamers into Xbox monthly active users.
Thank you. And that's why he came out after Tim Stewart made that comment and said, "We're not putting Game Pass. We have no we're not putting Game Pass on PlayStation or Nintendo. And guess what? That was different from 2020. Remember in 2020, prior to them even owning Activision, they went to Sony and Sony said no to Game Pass. And now Phil came out and said, look, we have no intentions of putting Game Pass on PlayStation or why we got y'all communities now. And when we put the next when the Switch 2 comes out and we put the next Call of Duty on Switch, we'll have PlayStation and Nintendo community without having to put Game Pass on their system.
Yeah. And I know what's funny. Post up. I believe Starfield was the catalyst for all of this. Starfield was the catalyst for Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella to really take this serious. You see, when Sony was going to make Starfield exclusive, that is when a trigger. That is when Phil the Axeman Spencer clicked in and he said, enough of this thing. And he started to buy everything that moved.
Look, I will say one thing, though. We call Jim motherfucking lying, Ryan, but he ain't lying that his studios cannot keep up with fucking Call of Duty. These studios can't make a multiplayer game to save their goddamn life. Like, goddamn, he wasn't lying about that one.
All right, my brother Noah here. I'm gonna have to drop one of y'all.
No, I'm going. You know what?
Let's go ahead.
Hey, Post, I gotta go anyway. Post. It was
I have to leave.
Good, AJ. I know this was short, but look, we gonna set something up where we gonna rock a whole show. All right, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
I love, bro.
Peace and love, guys. I have to leave now. Yeah, man. Take it easy.
Oh, don't run your ass up out of here now, Pastor.
You leaving, Pastor?
No, I have to leave. You forgot sports. I have to catch up.
You told me earlier.
All right, yeah. Okay, thanks very much, man. Yeah, take it easy.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, bro.
Noah, what's good, brother?
What's good? Y'all can hear me? Mic check.
Yeah, you sound good.
So, brother, how do you feel about the breaking news, brother?
You talking about Last of Us?
I'm talking about the last faction.
Like, bro, we tried to talk to him. Hey, listen. We had a particular come on this show a few weeks back and tell us that Sony and PlayStation aren't the same company. That the fact that Sony's losing money has nothing to do with PlayStation. Why can't Sony make factions too? Hire a support staff or a support studio and still work on a single player game? Why not?
They ain't got the money.
They got the money. They don't have the money. They don't have the money to allocate. They don't have the resources to allocate.
I'll be right back. Go ahead, take over.
This is where PlayStation. We tried to talk to him. Did we Mello? We tried to talk to him.
I ain't trying to talk to none of these niggas. They ain't want to listen to me. I said something was wrong a long time ago. I've been saying Naughty Dog was overrated and people didn't want to hear it. I said Sony is fucking up, pushing only single player games and doing the marketing for multiplayer, and everything is getting exposed right now. It's so bad now that the creator goddamn God of War is like, bruh, I didn't want him to go in this direction with God of War. God of War supposed to be a killer. Kratos supposed to be a murderer, not a goddamn, oh my God, I'm second guessing my decisions I done made in life, ass nigga. Like he going through a fucking crisis. Like they fucked up over there. I'm just gonna be honest. They messed up, and I've been asking the question that nobody have been able to answer. Microsoft did a turnaround from the 360. They sing from their eras. They start owning their IPs, and from the Xbox One X era, they start getting their IPs and owning them. Now they buying out studios and everything left and right. Will Sony be able to do what Microsoft did? Because clearly they're going in the same route that Microsoft went. It's a hole at the bottom of the goddamn boat. Will they be able to patch it in time before that motherfucker sink?
Well, here's the truth. The Call of Duty, the fact that they was eating off Call of Duty hid a lot of the flaws that Sony's had for a while. They've pretty much been able to utilize Call of Duty and continue to make the third person heavy cinematic narrative driven games and run the budget up because of that additional revenue that they were earning with Call of Duty. But Microsoft took that cash cow away. Now they scrambling. You see, they're trying to make a 12 games as a service. But you had Jim Ryan quit in the middle of the process, and now you got the new guy looking at the finances and the accounting and say, "Oh shit, we got a problem here."
Hey, Noah, I gotta stop you right here, my brother. How long has it been? It's been goddamn years, my brother. Noah.
What's up, Neff?
What's up,
man?
my brother?
Hey, what's
it's
up?
It's been a hot minute. But now you gotta stop with that whole Jim Ryan quit shit. That motherfucker was booted the fuck out for failing. He fucking failed to stop Activision. He wasted all that money. He wasted $4 billion on Bungie. Bungie over there is trying to fight off Sony from buying him. Shit is bad over there. That motherfucker was fired. He wouldn't quit. He fucking was fired, and now he's out there in a dirty white tee. Now post now.
It was a friendly quit.
It was from the gas station. I ain't even gonna hold you. They drug him out the bed like, get your ass over here, son.
Get your ass over there. You gotta look good for the camera. You gotta have this dirty ass white tee on.
And you better smile.
They didn't just kick him out. They asked him to resign.
Hold on. Real shit though, Noah. Yeah. It's been years, and we have come such a goddamn long way from our Craig days defending that goddamn fucking scene in Halo Infinite. We have come a long goddamn way, Noah. How have the tables fucking turned? I remember you were with me, Post, even Mello was there for a little bit, week after week on the RIP Xbox podcast shit. Now look at this shit. Man. Where's the RIP PlayStation podcast at? Because there's some shit fucked up over there. Canceling games left and right. Only releasing remasters, remakes. Like, what the fuck is going on?
They ain't got the funds enough.
Damn, Noah.
They ain't got the budget.
I thought they sell 10 million a goddamn exclusive. Like, what's going on? I thought it was 20 million exclusives.
Jim Ryan told them it's not enough. You're not enough. You're not buying enough. Bro, the man comes out and tells you what's going on with PlayStation, and they don't. And these ponies act like he just talking out his ass. He told them they're not enough. They're trying to reach a broader audience.
Hey, Noah, we were on those podcasts, and how many times did we ask PlayStation, like, why aren't there PlayStation multiplayer game services games? You guys keep asking Microsoft to make all these single-player games, and we even agreed they needed more single-player games at that time. We told them that. We agreed. But when it came to that same energy, well, can Sony make a fucking multiplayer game? We got Call of Duty. We got third-party deals. We good over here.
Now look.
Now look at that shit.
Now look.
God damn. You know, Noah.
And I love every little bit of it.
Hey, Noah. It's good to be a king. Yeah. We fucking bought king, bitch. It's good to be a king.
Hey, yo. You gonna enjoy that blade, my brother?
Enjoying that more than the Spider-Man.
Hello. I know it won't be set in New York again for the umpteenth time.
And they have, let's count the first party. They have zero first outside of a remake. They have zero roadmap for first party games next year. Their entire catalog is third party titles and third party partnerships. Well, I don't know. Would you consider? I wouldn't consider Helldivers first party. That's a completely different dev, even though it's published by Sony.
I would give them the scraps of the bone of that game just because a lot of people don't even know, they haven't even played the first one. So if they want to count that, by all means, bro.
But it's crazy. They told us we didn't have no. When we had our rough years, they told us we didn't have no games, and the third party exclusives didn't count. Third-party games and third-party exclusives didn't count. And then it don't count because you can play it on PC. Helldivers 2 is day one on PC. I believe also Rise of Ronin is PC as well. And I think Final Fantasy will come later.
Bro, they still got PS4 release games. They got PS4 release games coming out in 2024. That's enough said right there. Yeah, you're still doing cross-gen going 3 years into the next generation.
And Foam Stars. Baby steps.
Oh my God.
And I'm still waiting on this big showcase they've been talking about for years.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yo, hey Nev, you was there, right? Nev, remember when they told us Sony doesn't need E3? They good. Sony gonna have hundreds of shows.
Look, Noah, I told Post up earlier, and I'll say it again. The only show going off at Sony is a goddamn shit show right now. You call it 100 shows, I call it a shit show. My God, what's going on over there?
Oh, hey, another one. I'm gonna bust another one. I'm waiting for Xbox. I'm waiting for Microsoft to give me a reason to buy an Xbox. Well, we got Blade, bitches.
We got Blade, we got Starfield, and they still question that comes to PlayStation. What does that fucking tell you?
Yeah,
they got you a reason to buy an Xbox. You just don't want one.
They want to. Yeah, they always say it's all about the games, man. That's bullshit. It's and from in this context, it's never been about the games. Not with them ponies. It's never been about the games. It's always been about brand loyalty.
Look, they always disguise their fanboyism, their console warring to the extreme with, I'm concerned about Xbox. I want Xbox to do better, right?
Yeah.
They're full of shit. King Thrash says that shit all the goddamn time. He doesn't want Xbox to do better. He wants Xbox dead. He's a fucking PlayStation fanboy. Same with J-Dubs. Love J-Dub to death, but nah, he's a goddamn fanboy. They don't want Xbox to improve. They want Microsoft and Xbox to die. So PlayStation remains the king. Fact. Well, guess what? We bought King. We bought your fucking money, and we got that restaurant you like to eat at. Call of Duty? Sure, have it for another 10 years. You could have all of Activision Blizzard for 10 years, but you fucked that deal up too.
Yep.
It's crazy, bro.
Yep.
It should expose a lot.
The writing's on the wall. They just refuse to read it.
Look, man, it's a lot of things that people want to remain oblivious to. And you're only going to be able to do that for so long. And it reminds me of when they kept telling us, well, y'all see what's going over at Xbox. Y'all don't want to pay attention. We paid attention to it. We spoke up as a community on certain things that I didn't like. I made myself vocal on Z Show and everything like that. Certain E3, certain presentations, we've made ourselves vocal. When price hikes went up on Game Pass and all that stuff, we made ourselves vocal in a reverse. But we also knew that when Field took over, that this one wasn't going to be an overnight thing, that it wasn't going to be a 1 or 2 year or 3 year transition. It doesn't work like that in the corporate world. And now, since he took over, since 2014, 2015, now you can see the fruit of his labor, everything that he's been doing behind scenes in terms of platform, in terms of the back end, in terms of content. And now look at, and he took care, and it's crazy that he took care of the services first and the hardware first. Even though content is king, he attacked the hardware and the services first.
Yeah, because that's the baseline.
And now he say, okay, we got that covered now. Let's focus on content. All
studio. Yep,
it's all studio from here on out because the hardware, the platform, and the back end, in terms of Azure, that's in place. We got that on lock. And in terms of back end growth as Azure, ain't nobody growing or expanding like Microsoft right now. And then in the next year or so, starting next year, they're going to invest $50 billion more into Azure and more data centers. So all of that is taken care of now. The only thing we got to get our eye on that, and now what we need to back up all this hardware and this cloud services and these AI chips that we've been building and working on. Now that we didn't invested $10 billion into Chat GPT, and we got that on lock. What do we need? Content. Right, we need developers, right, to utilize everything. So now, like Nev said, you go what? They burnt 5 studios. Went from 5 studios, then they got, now you got over 35 studios, 35 studios, and you have over 40 or 50 IPs in development.
Post, I want to ask you and Noah this question. Phil Spencer was given a dying brand when he took over. The Xbox One was a shit show. We got to be honest with ourselves. Don Matrick fucked that whole thing up, right? He was given a dying ship. Motherfucker turned that around and made Xbox a beast, a behemoth. That's the word we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
We know why they're a behemoth. Jim Ryan was given a fucking throne. Sony ran with the PlayStation 4 generation. We can't deny it, guys. The fucking PlayStation 4 was a goddamn success. It is what it is. He was given all the IP, right? Everything looked like it was on lock, and that motherfucker is sinking that ship, and he got booted out because that's how bad he was. A captain goes down with the ship. Jim Ryan was such a shit captain, they had to kick him off the goddamn ship.
You know,
goddamn. You were given the keys to the kingdom, and he fucked it all up.
Hold on.
You go ahead, play Rose.
Hold on, because I'm with you on that, but this ain't all Jim Ryan's fault. This the previous regime fault. This the previous regime fault. When Xbox, like Post Up just got finished saying, Phil Spencer went and got the infrastructure together, got the hardware together, got the services together, and from that point forward, it's been studios all out. So let's go through the timeline. 2015, he comes out and announces backwards compatibility, right? Believe that was 2015, that E3. 2016, he comes out with the Play Anywhere program, announced the first major game. What was that? Shadow of Mordor was the first one to do it. Was it 2017? They announced all them studios they bought. Was it 2018? I think it was 2018. They announced all them studios they bought, right? Google comes out with Stadia. They announced xCloud immediately. We had no idea they was even really working on it, but they were working on it, right? Then all that stuff was in play. In 2016, they also came out with the whole universal Windows platform. Build a game once, ship it on PC, ship it on Xbox. What we didn't know, it also meant shipping on cloud, but that came later. All right. Then Game Pass came out with like 2018, 2017, somewhere in there, right? That joint's firing in all cylinders. They bought those studios in 2018. They bought Bethesda, all right, in the beginning of 2020, I believe, closed before the Xbox came out. A couple years later, they announced Activision, all right? What has Sony done? They banked on third-party deals before Jim Ryan took over. That's what they was doing the whole PlayStation 4 generation. They got the previous regime out of there for one reason, because they wasn't bringing in enough revenue to increase the profits. They saw that. That's why they got Jim Ryan.
Let him cook.
Jim Ryan had a method. Didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? Because they ain't got the expertise to do a live service games and to build that platform. So they go out and overspend on Bungie. Bungie's on the verge of collapse. They sitting here shutting down factions. They can't transfer their live service expertise to these other studios fast enough. One, because it takes a long time, and two, these studios don't even want to conform to what Jim Ryan had going on. And now their ecosystem still ain't in line. They're releasing games on PC. You can't buy a game once and play it twice. They got little things where they try to transfer. You got to manually transfer saves and stuff over. Bro, they are in shambles right now. All right. They bought a studio just for porting, because the platform can't build a game once and ship it on multiple platforms. All right. They're trying to get their cloud stuff together, but right now it's looking real piecemeal. They can't even sell you a game properly on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 without sometimes some customer making a mistake and buying the wrong version. They laughed about on smart delivery, said it wasn't anything, but when you bought a game on Microsoft, you ain't never had no issues. I don't know one Xbox customer that bought a game on an Xbox One, and when they upgraded to a Series console, it didn't upgrade automatically. They didn't even know it happened, probably, unless it's you and I, people on this podcast. So I'm with you. Jim Ryan was given a throne, but that thing was sitting on cards, my guy, because their infrastructure was in shambles. And like I have said, the dudes are 7 years behind Microsoft. I don't care what people tell me. Y'all may be leading the sales, but Microsoft right now is leading the whole freaking gaming industry, and they've been doing it since Phil took over, because he saw where it was going. And I don't know what PlayStation doing. They were just looking at them sales numbers, but the infrastructure they never put in place, and now they suffering as a result.
Hey, play Rose. You fucking annihilated that point. Look, you want to know why I worded the thing? You know why I worded it that way? Because all we hear these ponies talk about is sales. My exclusive sales 10 million. That's all we fucking need. We got console sales unlocked. That's all we fucking need. It is not all you fucking need. You guys had a shit ass infrastructure. You had this throne, and like you said, shit was made out of cards because your infrastructure was shit.
Yep.
Yo.
Hey man, say man.
I can't even say nothing after that.
Hey man, say what?
I've been holding that clip.
That was a mic drop moment, bro. That was a full blown mic drop moment. Like, what do you do?
Can't even say nothing.
Yeah, I've been holding that clip for a moment, bro. I've been waiting to just say that, bro.
It sound like it. That sound heartfelt.
And now y'all know why they went and got what's her name? The PC studio.
Mm-hmm.
Broke down the
Nixus. There's a band-aid. They're trying to get there.
Nixus is just a band-aid.
Yeah, but your primary platform's in Linux. It's not Windows based. Xbox is Windows based, but your PS5 is Linux based. That's not easy to just write code once and port that sucker and have it just work on both platforms. That's difficult.
Hey, Xbox is even fucking poaching that talent. Look at like what's going on with Japan and shit. They said, look, PlayStation and Nintendo is not the only way you can grow. You got to come over here to the green side. Fucking Xbox is firing on all cylinders right now.
Real for real. You know what gets me about this faction news too? Is the reaction I'm seeing from PlayStation guys. Their whole point.
They're happy.
Yeah, they can focus on single player games. Like you just had a game that was you wouldn't be concerned. You're not concerned at all.
They're not concerned about that.
You're not concerned.
They do not.
Oh yeah, they concerned about
Bill
Xbox.
Spencer told these people, "Yo, we coming out every quarter with a AAA banger."
They're concerned about Halo
That's not
numbers.
including AA or indie titles coming for 2024 and 2025.
My bad. Let me get.
They still talk about Scalebound. Still,
I think Post got some super chats though, guys.
Okay, hold on, I got some super chats. I just my bad, Jason. Thought Jason thought Jason thought we ain't gonna call you Xbox. We're gonna call you a thought because you been in the chat thoughting a lot with this super chat. But we appreciate your donations, brother. We accept $5 from a thought. You know what I'm saying? Because you're thought in the chat right now. So we from Jason, the thought bot. You feel me? Read my shit right. Pastor, you are on my booty appointments. I'm taking your black chocolate poppy. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is.
Why you keep putting these goddamn tones with that shit, bro?
I don't know. It's just when he say Fleece voice, that shit just make you want to read it in another voice. My man. Xavier Day with the $10. Cause Sony broke, deal with it.
Man.
What up, Zay?
Yo, Lee Byrne, 98 with the $5. Obsidian's side team can make a successful live service game with Grounded, yet the godly Naughty Dog couldn't release Factions 2 in 5+ years. That's crazy.
This supposed to be not a top tier studio, but in some people's opinion, the best studio.
Yeah, in the world.
I've always heard that Sony knows how to manage studios. They know how to manage talent.
Yeah.
And make games.
Yeah. King Middleton with the $5. Don't they got that rip off Splatoon game with Bubble Batoon?
Bubble Bath.
Bubble Bath. I caught up on all the super chats, man. Look, man. Oh, my bad. My Apple TV came on. There you go.
Yeah, mine's been doing that too.
Look. We called this. We said it was canceled. Many a times we said Jim Ryan didn't get fired. He retired. How he fired? He's still in there making decisions and stuff like that. Factions 2 ain't canceled. It's just on the shelf. They're still working on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just they just trying to fix what Bungie said what was wrong with it. It ain't canceled.
Bungie canceled.
Nail in a motherfucking coffin. My brother Uppercase J was good. Nail in a motherfucking coffin. Wonder what Bang Bang saying about Post today.
Oh man.
So I'm just wondering, okay, I
could just imagine. I've been called a whole lot of MFers today, so if they got that heat for me, I'm pretty sure they about to go in on you, brother.
My question is for the panel right here. This game has officially been canceled, right?
Yeah.
How bad did it look for them to not even show it? They never even fucking showed this game. It was always concept art. How bad was this game? Like, seriously, what was going on?
That's a good point.
Remember what they said in their release, what they released. It's been in pre-production the whole time. They ain't got nothing to show. Like,
But this is the best developer in the world, Play Rose. It couldn't even get out of pre-production.
Came up with some concept art or
couldn't
something
get out of
like,
well, you know that, bruh.
Like fucking Blade's already out of pre-production.
Let me tell you something. You can shit on 343. You can bring up all the Craig memes you want. But compare Halo Infinite now to back then to now. In the short amount of time since Halo Infinite has launched, what Microsoft do? They made the right decision. Got Bonnie Ross up out of there. Got the other Asian chick up out of there. Got Frank up out of there because they was holding the studio back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was ran wrong. Bonnie didn't know what she was doing anyway. She wasn't a gamer anyway. She come from the corporate side of Microsoft. Right? Me and Neff been saying that for years that she didn't need to be in that position. They just waited too late to get up out of there, right? So what did Microsoft do? In front of the world, they made the raw decisions, right? In front of the world. Even they got scolded for it. They got them up out of there. They got Pierre in there. Pierre is the guy that led the team that fixed the Master Chief Collection.
And he's doing God's work with Infinite.
Which Master Chief Collection right now
120 frames per second.
Incredible. He did incredible work with Master Chief Collection. So how was he rewarded? Phil put him at the head of 343. He comes into 343. They let go some people. They let go all the people who was half-assing. Who weren't doing what they were supposed to do. I'm just going to keep it real, right? They let go all the people that weren't doing what the fuck to do and then they kept the people who wanted to be there, who wanted to focus on core Halo. And when they got the people and the team that even though they're hiring now, because they well, I ain't gonna talk about that, but they got the core people there, right? And now they got a team that is focused, that is in tune, and that's been kicking ass over the last couple of months. That's why I was kind of crazy that even at the Game Awards that they didn't get nominated for best ongoing.
Xbox Studio will be. Fucking Sea of Thieves hasn't been nominated up there either.
Exactly. They've been kicking ass, right? Free content too. Sea of Thieves been dropping free content.
Fucking free content, map packs, a Halo 3 playlist. Hey, post up. They just released a new networking update. There's a whole playlist that's on a brand new fucking network for that game.
I was just playing that with Firefight King of the Hill, bro, and my aim
that new network.
Oh, the aim is on point. Now, if you ain't killing nobody in that game, it ain't the game fault. You can't blame the game now.
Yeah, about to say that's some fucking high tier shit they got in
whatever they
now.
Whatever they did, we working that back end. They did some marvelous shit in there. And Firefight King of the Hill so fire. We got to play with the guys. We got to boot up. But
we got the game.
They did the necessary. They took the necessary steps, right, to right the ship of Master Chief. Now they're dropping, right? That we're not getting no DLC for Halo Infinite because Pierre got his own vision of what the next Halo campaign is going to be. And they're working on that, right? And I think they're going to do that while maintaining Halo Infinite, right? This what should have happened with Naughty Dog. Not saying let go people, fire people, but give them the resources. They spent 5+ years working on a multiplayer game, right? Why not give them the resources to continue that, put it out, make what money you're going to make off of it, right? Use that to kind of finish everything out, put a small team on it, and then continue working on your single player. Sony said, no, look, man, we need every little dime we get. We need every penny, nickel, dime, whatever. We need it. We ain't got it. So you're going to have to make a choice. That don't happen at Microsoft. Microsoft is giving developers. Microsoft gave what's the name them so much freedom. It hurt them when it came to Redfall.
Yep, but Phil kept his word. You know, he said he was going to do that, and there have been some failures with it. There have been some successes because Hellblade are looking straight fire. All right, so yeah, he I think Phil started with a wide berth, and I think he's starting to reel things in because he has to do that.
But you know what? Play Rose, post up. Phil, I do admit he deserves some of that blame. But at the end of the day, they got rid of the right motherfucker in Pete Hines. All right, Pete Hines had to go after that one.
Yeah, he seemed like he was a cancer.
Pete Hines had to go after that one.
He almost sabotaged the case.
MCAT28 with the $5 post. Why didn't you tell us you were working with Kojima on his new game? I ain't working with no Kojima.
Trying to say you Jordan Peele, bro.
What?
Hey, I talked a lot of shit about Death Stranding, but OD might be that fucking game if it's like
hold
PT.
on, let me check. Other Sync be tweaking.
Nah,
Post, you're dead wrong. Kiki Wolfkill is still at Microsoft. I
No, she's not.
She's not, bro.
Like she's at Microsoft, but she's not working on Halo.
She's not at 343 no more, bro.
Yeah.
Did you get the memo back then? Her, Frank, and Bonnie. Frank and Kiki left after Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she might be working on the TV show, but no one gives a fuck. They're not working on the games.
Then here you go again. Post up. You're dead wrong. The Halo Infinite story is canon. The Halo Infinite story will continue. I don't know. Really, I'm telling you that the dude just did an interview with Paris.
Here, yep.
With Paris, and he said there's no DLC to Halo Infinite, and they're working on a new campaign, but we ain't gonna see it for a while. We probably don't see
there
it
will
until
be
the
a
next
sequel to
generation.
Halo Infinite. We didn't say it wouldn't be a sequel.
All I said was Pierre's vision of the campaign. That's all I said, brother.
Hey,
Look, they're down bad right now with this Donnie Dog news.
You know they just do Far Cry 6 in Game Pass.
Garcia, P. Hines was an undercover. That's why he's not there no more.
P. Hines, the dude from Bethesda?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the head of Bethesda Studios.
Right. Y'all, he got pushed out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah.
I know he left. No, I know he left, but I thought he just retired. You're saying it's like he got pushed out.
Quote retired. Did Jim Ryan just retire, play Rose? Like, fuck no. They had to get rid of that.
But I didn't know he got pushed out. I didn't know any circumstances.
No, see, I think he left. P. Hines was the only one during that FTC trial crying about Bethesda not making games.
And after that shit, he shortly left. That's not a coincidence. He got his ass booted out.
Get him out of here. Go to PlayStation.
Nigga, you the ops, nigga. Get your op ass up out of here.
Hey, they said, hey, they told that man go work on fashions too.
Yeah, facts.
Look, no disrespect to him, but look, bro.
I mean disrespect to him.
Right,
look,
absolutely.
We over here in war with these people. I know we friends.
You trying to play
we're part of the
Kumbaya
same industry, but when it comes to day-to-day business, we competing against these dudes who tried to push us out the industry, and you sitting up here telling us crying about, well, I just didn't understand. You know, ABK the COD gets to still be on PlayStation. Why can't we're not trying to hear that shit? We're trying to
post. P. Hines didn't even understand quality control. He let Redfall happen, man. That motherfucker had to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're not, you know what I'm saying? So now Bethesda reports to Matt Booty. Right. You know, Matt Booty taking care of all the content and software. Sarah is taking care of all the business. All the business, the platform, the numbers, everything.
She's gonna take that to another level.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, she
about to lead Xbox.
She definitely gonna be.
She's taking over Phil's spot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They hired some PlayStation lady, didn't they?
Yeah, for Japan and shit. Like she's getting all these new games too already.
Yikes.
Yeah, and that's why they probably getting all these like Nell said. That's why Xbox probably getting all these Japanese games.
Like, look, when you see a Persona trailer, you see the Xbox logo in front of that bitch. Yeah, that's how far we've come.
Even they new one, the Metaphor game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's incredible. I think Microsoft is at a pivotal point right now. I think they have an opportunity to go on a run greater than the 360 era. I think they have an opportunity to demolish the 360 era. I know everybody pumped that up as one of the best eras, but the position they in right now, if they do everything right, they have the ability to go on a run like no other.
Post up to me,
in
this run
history.
they have the potential to do is all the shit they could have done in the 360 era, right? They had the opportunity to buy Activision that back then. They had a bunch of Bethesda games exclusive like Oblivion back then. Now they're not fucking up. They're like, we're taking Bethesda, we're taking Activision off the board. We should have done this in the 360, but we're doing it now. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised to go after more studios like Eidos Montreal, Crystal Dynamics. Fucking, you might as well try to take Bioware from EA at this point.
Under that leadership, I'm glad they didn't get Activision.
Who?
Under the Dawn Matrix? Yeah, maybe.
Matrix, Terra Myers, and all of that. and Sacha wasn't bought on, they would have dissolved. They would
I
have
don't know
Activision by now if it was.
It wouldn't have happened under Terry Mindset. He was trying to cut Xbox the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like if they would have somehow got acquired during that time period, it would have been. But while we're talking about Japanese studios, you know who I can see going the way of the dodo bird if they don't pivot?
Who?
Square Enix.
They just disbanded the Final Fantasy 16 team, right?
Yeah, they released the DLC. I don't see anybody talking about it, hyped about it. The game only sold between 2 to 3 million.
No, you know what's bad when they release a DLC and show the trailer for the next DLC.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Don't mind this one.
I was so confused watching the Game Awards. I'm like, wait, did they just show 2 different DLCs?
Well, my thing is, why do they continue to let Sony run them?
Well, they got a new
CEO.
They got a new CEO, and the only thing that's confusing me about that is, you see what happened to Forspoken Studio. They got disbanded and spread it out amongst other studios to work on Final Fantasy games. You see what happened with Final Fantasy 16, how the sale numbers didn't add up to their expectation, how they lost, I think they say they lost billions.
And they disbanded the studio, both PlayStation exclusives, by the way.
Wait, they disbanded what studio?
The Final Fantasy 16 team got disbanded.
When?
I think just now, right?
Yesterday?
Wait, hold on.
That's what I kept saying. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, that's why I say they're going to go the way of the. If they don't pivot with the strategy of these PlayStation only games, they're going to be just like Sony.
Wait, what?
Dang, I did not know that.
What?
So
yeah, it's under the radar post. You wouldn't know because IGN doesn't give a fuck.
Put it up, post pause.
You telling me?
You're
telling me the market leader is running studios out of the business?
Hey, them motherfuckers put a dirt. You hear me? What happened to Sucker Punch? Anybody heard from Sucker Punch?
That's the type of shit I'm talking about.
They made
I was trying to say that earlier. I don't think you caught on.
Wait, I thought you was talking about Forspoken.
No, Final Fantasy 16's team.
Yeah, there's another one. Another one bites the dust.
Yo, Final Fantasy 16.
Another one bites the dust.
Has been disbanded.
And another one bites. And another
Creative
one bites.
Business Unit 3, the developers behind Final Fantasy
Sony.
16, has been disbanded, according to producer and industry veteran Naoki Yoshida.
No, you stupid, bro.
Yo, the PlayStation tax. Hold on.
The PlayStation tax is real.
The PlayStation tax. The development team behind Final Fantasy 16 has been disbanded, making any future spin-offs or follow-ups incredibly unlikely. Square Enix Creative Business Unit 3 was formed from the remains of the old business Division 5 under the leadership of longtime producer and director Naoki Yoshida to primarily focus on the publisher's MMO offering, such as the revamped Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, and its various expansions. In 2020, the studio will shift its focus towards single-player titles, with its most notable to date being this year Final Fantasy XVI. Despite several development setbacks due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Final Fantasy XVI was met with mainly positive reviews when it launched on the PlayStation 5 in June, thanks to its grittier medieval storyline and impressive graphics. Even the series continued to shift from tournaments. Divided. Nonetheless, Final Fantasy XVI broke Japanese PS5 sale records just 2 weeks after the release, and despite sales numbers slowing down afterwards, Square Enix is reportedly pleased by how well the game has sold in comparison to past installments. Unfortunately, it has been reported that Final Fantasy 16 is no more. Studio head and Final Fantasy 16 confirmed that his team has been disbanded except for the main DLC team responsible for expansions like this month. Final Fantasy 16 echoes of fall, and Yoshida added that he doesn't expect there to be any kind of full-fledged sequel game to FF16 in the style of Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, or the Final Fantasy 13 sequel in light of this news, though he isn't ruling anything out.
They did so well.
Like, PlayStation is such a shit show that fucking studios associated with them making exclusives are going down too. Like, what is going on over there?
We're so pleased with them. We gotta break this fucking shit up. Hey yo,
You know what? I said this, and I'm gonna say it again. Microsoft is in a position now where they no longer look. Prior to them owning Activision, third-party creators used to use Sony's market share to get over on Microsoft. Forcing them to pay more for content than Sony or Nintendo would.
Yep.
Double or triple the amount, right? And now y'all gonna have to come see them. Y'all gonna have to come see them.
Yep.
They're in a position right now that Microsoft then put themselves in a position now. We could just sit. We don't have to go talk to third party, really. Y'all gonna make games for our console regardless. But we're in a position where we got 35 studios. We don't really need
to rock with you niggas.
They looking for that Game Pass handout right now.
I got a theory though, bro.
Go ahead, break it down.
I think all of these Final Fantasy games are about to get announced for Xbox soon. I think there's some contracts that are still ongoing right now where it can't be talked about. But when Phil was on stage, Yoshida, the guy that runs Square Enix, it was kind of hinted at like we got some big announcements coming.
When he was at
and like they stopped signing the goddamn extensions because that should have come to Xbox a while ago. I think they kept signing fucking extensions with Sony.
I think it'd be Game Pass too. Day one.
Yeah, bro, everything is drying up over there. Dirty laundry's coming out. It's a hell of a goddamn time. We might have to end the show soon. There's too much shit to talk about, though.
Before we do that,
just came left field like a mud, like disbanding them. Hold on, you mean separate like the vibe?
Talking about. Ain't nobody talking about that,
bro.
Ain't nobody said nothing about this.
And guess what? I want to get into the Kojima project for just a little bit, right? Because I know y'all remember when Abandoned. When Kratos Abandoned the PS5. The PS5 game that they got about.
They had the app and it showed the guy walking across.
The buddy with the penny loafers walking on the wood floor.
Yeah, 100 gigabyte file.
Yo, so remember all the conspiracy theories from MBG, King Thrash, J-Dub, all the PlayStation accounts were saying that the dude was actually Kojima. The Hassan dude was actually Kojima.
I
remember they was making memes transitioning Hassan into Kojima. All the conspiracy theories and backstories they created to say that Abandoned was actually PT. It was Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And then the guy come out and say, I'm not Kojima, and they still didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Then you come to the Game Awards and the real Kojima come out with an OD trailer. And guess what he dropped in that trailer? PT hits. Silent Hill. You can't make this shit up.
Bro.
You can't make the real Kojima. Real Silent Hill hints or PT hints in a trailer for a game that's exclusive for Xbox. And these dudes went out damn near the whole year making up 60-minute YouTube videos, tweets, memes, and backstory on how Hassan was actually Kojima in real life and that Abandoned was Silent Hill.
Man.
Big money too. My bad, Maniac 730, I ain't seen you in a minute. But Big Money, I forgot Big Money hopped on that thing too.
Bruh.
Oh, I need to go back to
Big Money been capping, bro.
That's why I said I need somebody to go back for the nightcap, bro. We said so much shit. Well, they done said so much. Man.
Yeah. They don't want to play Blade because they say it looks cartoony. But they out here hyping Foam Star, and Baby Steps. They was the number one fans of PT and Silent Hill, And now that like it's just an interactive movie, man. Xbox about to kill this shit next year, bro. It's yo.
And you know what? I forgot about that. They did on Twitter.
What's that?
Let me go. See, no, you be making me remember stuff. I need to go find all them hyping up phone stars.
Oh yeah, go look for that.
No.
I wanted to make a point on this show, man. I really wanted to hit home, bro. These PlayStation guys been, and they'll fit on it too. These PlayStation guys been telling us they want to see Microsoft succeed. They want Microsoft to give them a reason to
They're
buy
full of
Xbox.
shit.
But now that we got Blade, they don't want to go out and buy the platform.
You know what I think it is, and Neff alluded to this earlier, and Noah, you just spoke about this. But I'm gonna go even deeper. The PlayStation community, in the industry, in terms of the media, they're not used to seeing Sony not in a number one spot.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid to see what that looked like. What is
they remember what it looked like. PlayStation 3.
What is a gaming industry? And I'm talking about where Microsoft is leading the industry over the next 5 or 10 years. What is that like? Man. What is it like for Sony to be in second place for a decade? We have never seen that. Right? So they don't want Microsoft to succeed. They want them out of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something. The industry needed Microsoft. Because industry was Sony and just Nintendo, two of the most notorious and despicable company when it comes to bad dealings. You can't just lead them to trying to run the industry. If Xbox don't come out, the PS2 stays out longer than what anyone expected. You don't get a PS3. The way the PS2 was selling, Sony would have let that shit stayed out for years until that bitch got to 200 million units or 230. They would have let that bitch stay out there for as long as they could. If the Xbox don't come out, you don't get the PS3 as soon as you got it. Right? Microsoft created this 360 and forced Sony to push that PS3 out. And that shit came out half cooked, half baked. Without Microsoft coming in, you don't get some of the innovations. You probably do, but you don't get them as quick. They probably come years down the line because Sony wasn't worried about online or Nintendo, right? Even though they had little gadgets to do it. Nintendo and Sony perspective on broadband internet was that it wasn't prominent enough in the home for them to focus on. And that's why y'all had that. That's why they came out with that narrow band shit. Matchmaking, right? Halo, redefining the controller configurations for all first-person shooters. After, we know what GoldenEye did, but when Halo came out, it set the standard for controller configuration for every first-person shooter after it. It was the first game where you can shoot and throw a grenade at the same time. Because prior to that, you couldn't. Even on the N64 with GoldenEye, you had a gun you could shoot, but when you wanted to throw a grenade, you had to switch to a grenade, and you couldn't hold the gun at the same time. Bungie came and set the standard for that. And every first-person shooter after that ran with that. No matter how they set their shit up, they ran with that motherfucking configuration. And it has become standard in gaming across every first-person shooter. On PC, you was probably doing Play can attest to that. You was able to shoot and throw. On the console, you couldn't do that before Halo.
No, on PC, they just never implemented it. I'm sure it could be done, but most games didn't do that. It was always put the gun away, throw the grenade. Yeah. Halo was the first game to have that functionality, period.
Period. Thank you, Play.
I think they still only game that has that. I don't think any other game does that.
And then the regenerating health too. They started that.
The regenerating health. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into matchmaking.
Yeah, they created matchmaking. Because before you had the lobby system. They created
the lobby system.
Matchmaking.
See, we had Bungie Prime. They got fucking shit Bungie right now.
They don't have the real Bungie. The real Bungie don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You had proximity chat in Halo 2, which was bro, y'all.
Proximity chat's fire.
That's what I understand when people try to downplay what Microsoft has given. Microsoft sped up this industry. What Sony didn't want to. And they continue to speed it up. That's why Sony playing catch up. So when they try to downplay Microsoft, well, Microsoft has given a lot to this motherfucking industry. The Ethernet on the hard drive, being able to be online playing 2K and listening to your MP3 files at the same damn time. Ain't nobody have a graphical user interface before Xbox. Ain't nobody have a dashboard. The Xbox made us, and then they came in the 360 era and
Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, Xbox Live. They was the first one. You could literally give Xbox Live Arcade as one of the first digital stores that spawned the Apple Store, the Google stores, the Google Play, the Steams.
Yep. Shit, the PlayStation controller couldn't even rumble on the PS3. Not in the beginning.
What are we doing here? Xbox Live Arcade was literally possibly the first digital store.
Yeah, because when the Xbox 360 came out, 2005, iPhone didn't come out till what, 08?
I might have been Steam now. Steam was probably the first one.
Oh yeah, that's right. But smartphones they hit to like 08.
I'm talking about the Xbox Live Arcade was what 05? The 360 came out what?
05. Yeah, 05.
And even on the OG Xbox, when you popped in 2K, it had a downloadable content tab because everything was built on a disc at that time. And Microsoft took that because back in the OG Xbox, in terms of the lag code, all that shit was on a disc. Downloadable content code, all that shit was on a disc. Microsoft took that and built all that shit into the operating system so developers didn't have to worry about that on the 360. Don't sit up here and tell me Microsoft ain't gave shit to this industry. Microsoft came in and pushed innovation in this motherfucker. And we can keep going and going on as shit. They came in the 360 and redefined what a console looked like in terms of when you hit that power button. Wasn't nobody powering up their consoles wirelessly before the 360? What the fuck? Ain't nobody have a guide button. Ain't nobody have achievements. Ain't nobody have player profiles. Ain't nobody have a gamer score. You weren't able to choose between different social profiles in terms of playing it underground or competitive. None of that shit exists before Xbox.
What is going on, bro?
We here.
What is going on?
We've been here, and now the takeover is about to be real. The takeover is about to be real.
For real.
The takeover, and now everything they had to say about Phil Spencer cleared the board. You can no longer talk about 1080p, 720p upscale. Y'all ain't got the most powerful console. That has been null and void. You can no longer say Xbox don't have any games. You can no longer say Xbox don't have any exclusives. That's been null and void. You can say only Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's been null and void. What are you gonna say now?
It's to the point where they're starting to complain Xbox is announcing too many games,
bro,
and they prefer PlayStation announcing games right before they come out. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I saw that video. I saw that video. Dude talking about some. Why you keep announcing games? You haven't even.
What the fuck?
Huh?
Man.
It went from not enough games, them not.
Now you're announcing too many damn games.
They can't win for losing because first when they show early, why y'all showing this stuff early, knowing it ain't gonna come out in 3 or 4 years? Then Phil say, okay, we're not gonna show y'all stuff unless it's ready.
Coming out in a year.
Yeah. And then when they do that, then why y'all ain't showing nothing?
That's coming out 3-5 years.
What the games at? Why y'all ain't showing us? You can't win for losing, but now they showing too many games, right? Now Phil say we should have multiple shows throughout the years because we got so much content to show.
Man,
now he can say, I can definitively say we can drop a big first party game every 3 months. Every quarter.
Yo, if they pull that off, bro.
That's why.
Which I think they are going to. That's gonna be insane. I ain't gonna play all of them, bro. But that's gonna be insane.
It don't matter though,
bro.
That's what I mean about one of the greatest runs. If they can achieve that, right? If they can achieve that with their first party output, along with the second and third party deals that they continue to make, this will be one of the greatest runs I think in gaming history. It won't. Nobody has ever done what they're trying to do. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
No,
from a publisher perspective, no one has ever
AAA game every month. That's 4 games every 3 months. And if they mix it up, like I think they're going to do,
one every 3 months. One every 3 months.
Yeah, one every 3 months.
One every 3 months. I mean, I'm sorry, one every 3 months. And if they mix up the titles, they can pull it off. JRPG here, or MMO here. Then we drop you multiplayer. Bro, and that ain't including the deals with third party that's coming to Game Pass.
MCAT was $2. Xbox has no games. Xbox has your games. Facts. Go ahead, Noah.
I was gonna say it's so many. I forget more Xbox games than I know of that PlayStation's releasing, bro. Like, what about Contraband? Like we're literally forgetting the games that they announced and that they're coming out with because there's so many.
It's hard to comprehend that Microsoft's going to do this, and I fully believe they can do one every quarter, like you said, every 3 months.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to give that retrospect. Like, how far have we come from the Xbox One reveal? And post up, how far have we come from the RIP Xbox podcast? Like, you gotta talk about it. It was every week Xbox was going to die.
They still RIPing. They still doing
every week.
No, they're trying to do it, Noah, but it's to no effect.
I understand what they're talking about.
Brother, I was defending Bleeding Edge, bro. Brother.
Let me tell you something.
I think you guys need to talk about it because you never left the trenches, so you guys go now.
Every show, right? Every show, or every time I popped up, I always said, what's up with all these RIP Xbox podcasts? Because every show on Z Channel was J-Dub and the Pony Brigade over there saying how Xbox is going to die, get out of the console business, how they can't survive.
They want Xbox to do better.
They want Xbox to do better. They want them to be the behemoth. They wanted them to do all this. And now that Microsoft is doing everything that they asked them to, it's still an issue. Now they want Microsoft to go third party. Now they want them to get out of the console business. This shit is just wild. This shit is wild.
You know what's crazy about it? What console did everybody boot up after the show?
Xbox. Every time.
Thank you.
Shout out to Gears of War 5.
Let me tell you something. Z has played more Gears of War than all PlayStation first party games combined. He has more
times
hours,
10,
more play times in Gears of War than any PlayStation first party game. Right? And that's what I'm talking
me
about.
And Post got full conversations with with Big Dummy on how he was talking about how Game Pass gonna save him so much money, but on the show, Game Pass ain't growing. What
he say about it? Now you will never hear me say this on the show.
You ain't gonna never hear me say it on the show.
You ain't gonna never hear me say it, but Game Pass gonna save me a lot of money. Right? I say, what big money? He say, it's gonna save me a lot of money. You see all that shit they got in Game Pass? I say, hey, okay, big money love him some Game Pass, but once that Z hit that live button, his pony had
it's not growing. That's why they not showing up the numbers.
and what happened to when God of War Ragnarok came out? What big money do?
Oh man, hey, pause real quick, man. Man, this game boring, man.
I ain't playing this shit, man.
I ain't playing this shit.
He still ain't beat it to this day.
I still haven't beat that game. Like, it's not as good as 2018.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Hello. Said the same thing on the show, and they was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Bro, this is DLC, man. This is the same shit."
But
man,
I think
Kratos.
I think we're at a point where I think it's at a point where the writing is on the wall. And look, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want PlayStation to leave the industry. I think PlayStation, Microsoft, and Nintendo need to keep each other in check. Right?
But I do want to see them suffer though.
I want to go. I want to go. I want to see that motherfucking symbol on Apple TV. I'm ready for Tim Cook and Apple to buy PlayStation.
Bittersweet.
Look, I will say this, though. It was a hell of a time, especially for you guys, because you stayed in the trenches. But thank God for PlayStation trying to push Microsoft out, because we would have not gotten this Xbox if they didn't do that bullshit right there.
Yeah, you have. Look,
back against the wall.
I think when you poke a bear, some animals you just don't play with. If a motherfucker animal over there chilling and being content, sometimes you got to, for your own for your own personal interest and the good of yourself. Sometimes you just have to,
leave him alone.
I'm just gonna leave that motherfucker. He over there chilling. If you don't see what's going on, if he want to be content, I'm just gonna let him do it.
Let me just go around the other way.
But Sony picked up the motherfucking rocks, was throwing rocks at him, was throwing sticks and stuff at him, water balloons, throwing all types of shit at that motherfucking animal that was sitting right there. The animal turned his head and said, "What?" He said, "Would you stop? Would you leave me alone?" And Sony kept doing it, and then that last motherfucking rock. You want me to move from this spot? You trying to get me up out of this area? Okay. Now I gotta rise up and shake some shit.
Now I gotta shake some shit. Now I gotta shake the table. Cause like, hold on, now you're not playing fair. You ain't have to hit me like that. Like, y'all wasn't playing. Y'all got money you tucked, huh?
Oh man, guys, Spider-Man ain't getting no awards.
And
Come
that's
on, guys, it's not fair.
Baldur's Gate 3. They were capping for that game too.
I never played it, but it can't be all that good, is it?
Look, and it's crazy that throughout this week they've been focusing on Blade, only for this shit to drop. Man. Only for this news to come out. Blade look like this. Blade look like that. Look at the concept art. Look at this. Blade not exclusive. It's multiplat.
They really want that game, just like they wanted Starfield.
All right,
check the DMs.
I remember Starfield. Oh my God, it's Bethesda. They buggy games.
I think this person earned their spot in the Xbox family after this one, bro. Maybe not though, because he's cursed. I don't know. You never know who I'm talking about.
Fuck no.
Nah, fuck no.
Never.
You wasn't here day one. We ain't rocking.
Is this the in the Xbox shit? Which one is it?
It's in our DM.
The
tweet.
Okay, I got you.
But he's spitting facts though. Facts. He summed it all up.
Nah, he trying to get in warm and grace. That nigga the ops.
He the anti-Red Dragon.
Let me make sure my DMs are not. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, the crap gamer.
Oh hell no! Get that nigga the fuck out of here.
Yeah, as soon as you said curse, should have known, Mello.
I know. He's spitting facts though. Read what he said.
We're talking about Sony mismanagement. Finally, 2023 has been bad for PlayStation. Close Pixelus Plus, Pixelopus or Pixopus, Pixelopus canceled Pixelopus game, lays off Naughty Dog, canceled Naughty Dog game, canceled First Strike sci-fi game, canceled Deviation games game, lays off across internal studios, delays 6 games as a service games, terrible first party showcase, no roadmap or communication, Jim Ryan gone, raised prices on PlayStation Plus with no added value, 1 new first party game for all of 2023, 0 new first party games scheduled for 2024, PSVR 2 abandoned. That's facts.
Spitting, bro.
It's facts, but
That's
nah,
facts.
we good on him.
That's facts.
Once you jump ship, it's over with. Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
How is it everybody keeps saying Xbox is dead? They out of here 2027, but then you see this list of bad. What can you say good about PlayStation?
I think that's my thing, Noah. Fanboys are gonna be fanboys, but where is the concern for PlayStation?
There you go, Brad.
But where's the ammo? Like before, they had legit ammo, right? When we was on these shows years ago, they had legit ammo. Now,
What, rap in the chat?
We would get
no. There's Brap goddamn tweet right there.
Yeah, Brap cried to call me out too on factions and being canceled and what's been going
I
on.
don't even want to hear from that dude, bro.
Yeah,
Brap over there made up a goddamn. What
below.
did Brap say there? Post up that all Marvel games have to be multi-platform now. All of a sudden,
hold on, let me bring that up.
What the fuck did you hear that?
Let me bring that up.
And
this only came up after Blade, right? Like,
yeah, like he said post-pandemic 2022. Like, what?
Let me see here. Here we go. Here you go, right here. Heard again that Disney Marvel licenses for video games moving forward will require multi-platform release. Apparently, this will be for the licensing agreement post-pandemic or 2022. Obviously, this requires corroboration from Disney
hold
Marvel.
on. Oh, go ahead, finish. Go ahead, finish. I'm about to blow that up.
See how they move forward with licensing.
He's lying. Wonder why he's lying? Well, let me not say he's lying. Let me not say that.
You know
why?
why?
They told him about the Blade because Blade was in development. What, 2 years ago? That seems to be
facts.
prior to 2022. So I don't know why that's coming up now.
Exactly.
Because he made it all look.
I like how he's like post 2022. Like, let me get this convenient timing in here.
Boy, the thirst. Let me tell you something.
Who we heard it from?
The thirst is real, brother. Let me say something. The thirst is real. A lot of them making up a lot of shit, man. And I think it's cope. What they call it, copism. They new word, coping. They're not used to this Microsoft. This is a different Microsoft, right? They didn't even spend this much money in the 360 era, right? 7-8 billion on ZeniMax. Then you come out and spend another 70 billion on ABK. This thirst to win, to be one of the biggest publishers in the gaming history, to beat your competitors. This is a different beast. This is a different beast, right? And I've never seen Xbox have this much content in development all at once. And I'm talking about games. We can list a line of games going all the way up to the next generation, which I'm hearing the new Xbox is going to come out maybe a year or two prior to the PS6.
I think 2025, 26.
I
think it's a year. Just like this, the One X came out a year later.
Yeah,
this is a next gen console, right? This isn't a Pro or
no Pro.
This isn't no handheld.
The next gen Xbox is going to drop before the PS6. That's what I was told. I was also told.
My God.
I was also told that Sony was being arrogant again, and that they didn't care about coming out later than Xbox, and they didn't care about pricing.
For the next one coming.
Yeah, for the next one. I heard from what I was told that, they was in an arrogant state again. I had a conversation with someone. They were saying that they didn't care about coming later than the next Xbox or about price. And I don't know. We know how the arrogance affected them in the PS3 era. I don't know how it's going to affect them in the next generation.
Shout out to them. I like the arrogant ones.
We'll see. Let me blow my nose. Y'all keep it going. Give me just a second.
When that water get cut off, boy, Tim Cook is in the cut waiting, boy. I can't wait.
Hey, Neff.
What's that, my brother?
Back in the day when we was on these shows, they had legit ammo. But now shit is just they just making up shit. Like,
look, Post Up and Noah. I know Post Up's blowing his nose or whatever, but back then, I remember people would get something like, you kept like switching sides for me, Noah, whoever. But the thing is, back then they had ammo and shit was looking bad for us. Like, look, I love Halo, but Halo Wars 2 as your game for the year ain't it, okay? Yeah. There was droughts back then and it was looking bad. But come that 2018, like Play Rose said, they started acquiring a whole bunch of studios. And I'm like, all right, Microsoft's changing shit up. Yeah. But I didn't believe it until 2020. They acquired fucking ZeniMax. Not Bethesda, ZeniMax, the publisher. And I knew at that point, this is a different Xbox. Like that whole RIP Xbox shit, that's got to go away. You can make your jokes all you want. You can keep saying Xbox has no games. You can keep doing the bullshit. You can pick on this, a few games like Redfall. But at the end of the day, I knew this was a different Xbox. And then, after all that, they went and fucking acquired ABK for like $70 billion. Jeez. And you're telling me you want to sit there and do RIP Xbox podcast still? You should be doing RIP PlayStation podcast at this point. Look, this is a different fucking Microsoft. Microsoft in that 2016, 2017 era, dog shit. But this Microsoft right here, this is a fucking behemoth. These are kings. They're fucking acquired king. That's where we're at this point. Like, god damn, wake up. Hey, Xbox is the fucking leader. Yo. We're the fucking king. We're the behemoth.
Let me tell you when my eyes open, Def, Mello, Rose. My eyes opened up. I don't know what I was watching, CNN or MSN or whatever, right? And they had Satya Nadella on there, right? And they were talking about the Activision acquisition. And the camera's on Satya Nadella, and he gave like a little giggle. He said, "Oh, acquired companies feel so good. We're gonna acquire more." I said, "Oh shit, it's on." Like this
sounded like Winnie the Pooh in this moment.
Yeah, bro. Like he's
more honey.
He's tickled.
No, hold on. Satya Nadella fucking dropped the gauntlet when he said, "If this is about competition, let us have competition."
Yeah,
that motherfucker dropped the gauntlet.
Like Phil Spencer won this battle when he convinced Satya Nadella. That's all he had to do. He was Jesus. He just had to convince God to give us another chance. That's all he had to do. And Satya Nadella is down. He said that the checkbook is open. What do we have to do? What do we have to do?
You know what also I think happened?
Oh, yo, what's up?
I think Phil explained the tactics that Sony's been using over the last 3 decades. Mm-hmm. I think he explained their business tactics and everything. And I think
not only that though, Post, when they bought these companies, they saw the now you got records of the emails between the companies. Now you see the accounting. Now you see the finances. You see the money that's been exchanged. All the money had. Yeah. Now they know Sony's game book. Game plan. They know the playbook.
Exactly what they knew.
I think that's why Jim
the playbook.
I think that's why Jim Ryan ain't there.
Exactly.
You got into this rumble with them and you exposed our whole playbook. Because they got access to a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit that didn't even become public.
And it became public. Yeah, exactly.
Just think about all the shit that the public stuff wasn't up. Just think about all the redacted shit. Microsoft knows Sony lineup.
That's the number one rule with business. You never let the people see the back end. Never
Microsoft knows Sony lineup. Microsoft knows Sony lineup for the next 2 or 3 years. They know about all their exclusives, just like Sony know about games that. Sony knew about Blade.
What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, Post Up, not to interrupt you, but you got to put this on the screen. You got to put that shit right there on the screen. Shout out to J-Rock. I might have to give him the new receipt king.
Oh, man. What he done pulled up now?
What you got?
Hold on.
That fucking bitch.
Oh, snap. It was something good.
Hold on. What? Wait. Let me close my DMs.
Shout out to J Rock for getting that
dude
receipt.
Post always try to make sure them DMs don't show up on the stream.
Bruh.
I
This
tweaked
nigga the
a few
DM
times.
exposing king, boy.
So that
motherfucker right there.
Okay, had this been 343 in Halo, he would have demanded for people to be fired with screams of mismanaging. Ryan McCaffrey got me blocked. He blocked me years ago when I exposed him when he came out and said Final Fantasy 16 was a good get for Sony, and then I pulled up that old tweet of him crying about Tomb Raider and how Tomb Raider it was wrong for Microsoft to get exclusive. He blocked me ever since. But he says the writing has been on the wall for The Last of Us Online after recent reports about it. What recent reports about it? What recent reports are you talking about?
But why
have y'all heard any recent reports?
A bigger question is why is he the Xbox guy at IGN?
Facts. Why?
He's got that punch me in the face. Please punch me in the face look. Like,
so he's saying
I don't like him either because he blocked me. I don't like you. I don't like
the
you.
Same
Ryan.
guy that was asking for people to be fired at Xbox.
Yeah.
He said the writing has been on the wall for The Last of Us Online after recent reports about it. And so this formal cancellation isn't a surprise. I certainly don't mind Naughty Dog continue to focus on what it does best, make it incredible. If you don't get your ass up out of here, well, let me stop yelling. If you don't get your ass, you're the same ones that was saying people at Xbox needed to be fired. And this is why people, all of them.
Hey, you know what song come to my head when I see him? You know what song come to my head, Post?
What?
When I see Ryan McCaffrey face. Freddie, would you like some sausage? Freddie, would you like some sausage? You find that.
What is with the fucking media? Like, this news is devastating. There's no investigation going on. It's like, you know what? They made the right call. Bitch, was it the right call to cancel Scalebound after that goddamn showing? That game was dropping frames, and that game was suspect, but you wanted Microsoft's head. And I agree. I kind of wanted to play Scalebound, but guess what? You guys are over there demanding Microsoft's head. Naughty Dog, who promised this game years ago, that's been in development since probably 2014, like Post-Up brought up, and you're like, you know what? This was the right decision. They wasted years of resources.
And it was supposed to
they wasted all this
Last
shit,
of
but
Us
it was
2,
the
right?
right decision to give me a fucking remake instead.
Wasn't it supposed to release with The Last of Us 2? So it's been in development.
It was supposed to release with The Last of Us 2, and they're just like, you know what? We'll let them delay it. We'll give them Naughty Dog the time. And now they just fucking canceled it.
Shit crazy, bro.
They gotta save face for Sony, man. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but they always save face for Sony.
It's so bad over there, especially with IGN, where you got like Destin Legary, and like shout out to him. I know he works for IGN and everything, and he's like trying to say like, you know, the whole Xbox tax or whatever is like a myth. But when he was over there doing that interview with that guy before it was the Game Awards, and he's like, he said something sarcastically about Starfield's player numbers, and then the IGN guy actually jumped on him like, yeah, it is going down. It's like I'm being sarcastic. Like the thing he's defending against is fucking in his face. And he can even see how he's like, damn, this shit might be real. At that moment, you could see it.
Let's be honest and let's be frank. Y'all see, I see everybody want to step around here act like where's Waldo. We know what's going on. When it became when Xbox became the kicking dog, the one that everybody can kick and poke at, and they can get all these views and clicks and engagement. They saw the numbers going up. They saw the console war was at a rage, and they can get a lot of click and views and money off of bashing Microsoft, regardless of whatever they are doing. Even to the point where they got the highlight talking about how to unsubscribe to Game Pass. Stupid shit.
I think it's deeper than that, though, Mello. I think it's deeper
it's
than
never deeper than the money, brother. It's never deeper than the money.
There's a legit passion to hate on Xbox.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation, because you could make positive articles about PlayStation and be cool with that. It's not about the clicks when it comes to bashing Xbox.
Nah,
They just
because
they legit.
when you engaged in this console war, you got to look at what happened with the mainstream media. When the DRM incident happened with Matt Booty, that shit went global, and from that point on, it's been fuck Microsoft to the 10th power. Like
Imagine this.
We tolerate Microsoft, but at that point, it was fuck them to the 10th power and watch how much money they receive from there. And just like y'all just said, we're able to pull up receipts from these companies that's supposed to be journalists, non-biased, and they're clearly being biased for profit. And the moment you call them out, they block you.
Yep. You know what? I have a question. With the cancellation of this game that they put years of work into, that they promised and said it was coming, it was going to be great, the kitchen is cooking, whatever. My question is, don't they owe us an explanation? Like, shouldn't they be interacting with the community, right? Via Twitter, via X, whatever the hell you call it. Naughty Dog shut down their thread, right? Mm-hmm. Is there going to be an IGN article asking, why did Naughty Dog shut down their thread? Why are they not interacting with their community? Why are they not, giving an explanation? They're not going to do shit.
Did they just get on Bethesda for developers for
they did.
To Starfield comment section?
Yeah, they did.
There you go.
And they don't.
It's
they
not
don't
Microsoft,
allow their
so of course they're not
to...
going to give it that same. They're not going to give it that same pressure.
They won't even talk to the community.
Microsoft.
They shut them out, and IGN's not going to say shit about it.
This is man. Look, man. This is what we're talking about, and I'm gonna see over the next course of days to see how the media, and I'm still waiting for that Connie Booth story. I'm still waiting for that Connie Booth story.
Ain't coming, post.
I'm still waiting on that motherfucker.
Oh, she'll be a Microsoft employee before you know it. She'll be working on Xbox.
Somebody knows something.
They definitely need to be hired, huh? That's a nice skill talent. She's very talented.
I'm honestly just waiting for like a media person to expose fucking IGN and all of those sites. Like, somebody's eventually going to quit, or it's going to be a disgruntled employee, and they're going to expose all that PlayStation shit.
Yeah,
there's something going on there.
That's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take.
And remember,
it's going to have to be somebody that shows that they had us on payroll. Here go the receipts of we had to talk positive about this, because we wasn't going to get paid.
Because Mello, it isn't like some money drop off or here's some Venmo. What it is, like, now you get my review copies. Now you get this coverage. Mm-hmm. It's shit like that.
Yeah.
And they know, and this is why my theory of Starfield getting reviews that it didn't fucking deserve. You don't notice how Microsoft handpicked the reviewers for once, or Bethesda did, whatever. It doesn't happen very often with Microsoft. Sony does it a lot, but not Microsoft, right? They did that so as a protest for that game both being exclusive and giving it to certain reviewers, they're going to review it lower because they don't want Microsoft to be able to do that. Like, they don't want them to copy a Sony practice because it is a double standard. If you give Sony a bad review, they're going to fucking blacklist you. That's a fact. They don't want Microsoft to do that shit, so they're going to punish Microsoft. You know what Starfield deserves a 9? We're going to give that shit a 7. Man, fuck that one IGN guy that said, I'm going to review all those Bethesda games a 7, because he gave Starfield a 7, and he got to review Starfield. That's not a coincidence, whatever the goddamn his name is.
Let me tell you something, man. Remember Neil Druckmann came out, Last of Us Day? He said, thank you to all the wonderful fans for an incredible Last of Us Day. They got played on that day because they were expecting to hear something for Factions or something for they new first party games. They didn't hear shit. They only got where you could purchase these new items we got in our store. But he said, your positivity and love is incredibly inspiring. Oh, and about that other thing, be patient. It'll be worth it. Worth what? Cancellation?
Oh, hey, post that.
Take this remake.
Post that so I can retweet it.
Remake out.
Hold on, I'm finna get to you so you can make your tweet. Hold on.
They really said that?
It'll be worth
it. Yeah, I'm finna get to you so you can make your get some of this engagement.
Down to the question. I like what they did. Microsoft did.
But guess what? They cancel Factions, but they finna give you another Last of Us 2. Yes, another remake of Last of Us, another remaster of Last of Us 2, but canceled Factions. There you go, Noah. Make it make sense. Let me see here. Factions. Or let me do this here. It is okay. Let me do that. I'm just making a tweet, y'all. All right, so I want to move on before we get about it because I just should have made this show about motherfucking. It's been 2 hours. Damn,
been 2.5 hours.
I should have just made it about factions. I do want to ask y'all this: how do y'all feel about the PlayStation community crying for Blade, questioning whether it's because the Blade trailer came out. It was only published on Marvel YouTube channel, and then when it was showed at the TGA Awards, it didn't have an Xbox logo. So everybody said it's multi-plat. Tim Stewart came out and made those comments. It's multi-plat. They didn't put an Xbox logo. They didn't put Game Pass logo. It's exclusive. It's multi-plat.
You said that we see this article.
What y'all think about that? That's what people been crying over Blade.
Stop begging for our shit. That's how I feel about that. Stop begging for our shit.
Okay.
We had trash games at first, and y'all didn't want them. Don't want them now.
Look, I remember like Dirt and WBG bringing up this point, and I think it should be said here. When Indiana Jones was announced, we all knew it was going to be exclusive. But did you see an Xbox logo on that shit? The announcement trailer? And where was it revealed it was exclusive? In the court fucking documents?
Yep.
So calm your shit. It's exclusive, boys.
Yeah, it is. And then not only that, after that, the next day, Aaron Greenberg loaded up to they put it on the Xbox channel with the logo and the market.
And I wonder why he changed his profile picture to Blade with Xbox on the glasses.
Greenberg knew what he was doing.
Look, it just shows that there is a market for like these games. Clearly, like we've all always said, they got the one fucking character that people have been dying to see, both in movies again, because Blade, those first 2 movies are fucking phenomenal, and we've been wanting a Blade video game because I think there hasn't been one since the PS2. Xbox has got it, and it's going to be exclusive, and they don't want to accept it. I remember seeing all the reactions like, I have to buy an Xbox now? Like, we're at that point. And I remember that one chick is like, well, if it's on PlayStation, what's it going to be on? Like, that's how you fucking move the needle.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people say, I will buy a Series X for Blade. I've seen a lot of people say that. And even that video I posted, the guy who was doing a reaction, and he's Blade? No motherfucking way. They got Blade? What the man? And then after that, he goes, oh my God. And then the girl like, what? It's only going to be on Xbox. It's Bethesda. It's not coming to PlayStation. He came to that realization like, holy shit, it's not going to be on PlayStation. Yeah, but that's that entitlement. Man. But look, man, we didn't even get to the Sega shit. They just announced a whole lot of trademarks today. We didn't do our Game Award recap. Man, fuck it. We just, stump.
Fuck it. It was the Last of Us faction. Look, this was a Triple B reunion. I haven't podcasted with these boys since like fucking 2-3 years ago.
Man, bro, it was good to see you. Now I'm so glad you showed up, brother. And I'm so glad you got to talk your shit because you remember them days. Boy, we used to be fighting tooth and nail over there on Z Show with them RIP Xbox podcast.
Hey, post up. I can finally ask you this question and you can finally reply. How does this make Xbox great again?
Oh, snap.
You know what, yo? Oh, man. We about to be up out of here. Look, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for constantly supporting the platform. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. please hit the
Definitely
like button.
button.
Peoples that are members to the channel, I'm gonna work with Noah and Mello. Hopefully this week we're gonna have to do some this month because I start a new position in January. We're gonna try to get some exclusive membership content out. And so I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna try to get that out before the New Year's and something. Just to say we appreciate y'all, man. Thank you all. This has been one hell of a show, bro. One hell of a show.
One hell of a show. Hey, it was an honor to be on post. I probably won't be back for a long time, but it is what it is. It was an honor.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. We got you on this time. Guess what? You got to talk your shit.
Facts.
You got to talk your shit, and I'm glad, bro. To the chat, to everybody, Noah, Mello, motherfuckers always showing up late, man. When I'll be at to do shows, and y'all don't be right down. But that's cool. I still love y'all though. To the chat, man, y'all have been amazing. We had over 200 people watching us today, man. We're gonna be back. I don't know when, I don't know where, what time, because I say tomorrow, and tomorrow come. We just gonna see how it plays. Just go see how it plays out for the rest of December. But man, thank you all for showing out. Continue to support us. Continue to support the platform. I'm gonna see y'all on Twitter because we're still cooking over there. But Xbox is in one of the best positions that they have ever been in, right? And when it comes to the money, they have the money to back it. They have the infrastructure to back it. They now have the studios and the content and the platform. They have everything fully loaded. It's fucking go time, Xbox community. It is go time. And I want from here on out, accept none less from them. Accept nothing less. Everything from here on out, given where they're at in the space that they're in, accept nothing but greatness. You feel me? We got it. I think I might play some factions.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I think I might play some Firefight King under here though. But y'all been incredible, man. Y'all have a good one, man. We up out of here.
Peace.
We found a way.